Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Shop on TV. I feel like I've gone back to my news reading days here. This is a really wonderful show, and I urge you to keep watching if you would potentially like to make some extra money, potentially some extra cash, because this show is all about Post Gold for Cash. Now, Post Gold for Cash is a company that will buy your unwanted gold. However, this is a partnership with Shop on TV. And so everything you do tonight in order to sell your unwanted gold goes through Shop on TV. Now, we then obviously pass your information on to Post Gold for Cash, who then process your order accordingly. I say order, actually you're not buying anything tonight. In fact, every single thing you do in the process is completely and utterly free. So there are two things you can do here. Go to shopontv.co.uk/gold, or in fact you can just go to shopontv.co.uk and click the Post Gold for Cash banner. Both options will take you through to this landing page, which will tell you all about how you're going to sell your gold. Now, you're going to order your free gold selling pack. It will take you through to this page. It costs you £0 zero postage and packing. Add it to your basket and then check out in the normal way. Again, you will not be asked for any money. No credit card is necessary. You can check out as a guest, or if you've got an account already, you can sign in. Or if you want to start a free account with Shop on TV for future shopping, then you can do that as well. Again, it costs you absolutely nothing. So it's totally free to order your gold selling pack. Now, that will come to you very swiftly. And what you're going to get is you're going to get a padded pouch that you can put your jewellery into. You're going to get a Royal Mail prepaid envelope with and this is a special delivery envelope with a barcode on it, and that is linked to your order, to your account, right? So that comes and along with a sheet of instructions, and they are very simply, clearly and easily laid out for you to tell you exactly what you need to do. And you also get your priority valuation form. So those are the three things that you get. So it's really, look, to simplify it, this is all you have to do. You put your jewellery in the pouch, you put your pouch and your paperwork into the priority mailer. You have to take that to the post office. You have to physically take it to the post office, ask them to scan the barcode, and they will give you a receipt. That is your proof of purchase and your tracking information as well. So this is a guaranteed delivery 99% of the time, as long as you take this to a post office by close of business, but before they close, obviously. Generally speaking, up to 99% of the packages arrive at Post Gold for Cash the next day. They will then open the package, they will evaluate your items, and then they will provide you with an offer based on the gold prices of the day as to what they would buy your gold for. Now, that can all happen in the same day. Literally, the day they receive is the day, generally speaking, you will get your offer. Now, if you accept that offer right away, you'll have money in your bank potentially that same day. So if I know today's Thursday into Friday. So if you were to get this now, let's say, for example, and then send it off tomorrow, you could have money by Monday. We'll cover that in a moment. But if if maybe you don't do it till next week, let's say on Wednesday, you send your pack off, and then you drop it off at the post office, or you take it to the post office by close of play on Wednesday. The Post Gold for Cash could very well receive it, and probably will receive it by Thursday. They'll have evaluated it, got in touch with you, told you what your offer is. If you accept it, you've got money in the bank next day. Now, it will be a transfer to your bank account. However, if you do want actual physical cash, they can do that as well. It does take a little bit of extra time, not a lot, processing time to actually get the cash and then send that to you. And by the way, when you do or use this priority envelope, your jewellery or your items are already, they are insured for up to a value of £750. Now, if you feel that your items are actually worth more than that, you can pay between £3 and £10 at the post office to increase the insurance up to £2,500. But when Post Gold for Cash get your gold, if you decide to sell it to them, they will refund you the extra money that you paid. Now, if for any reason you're given your offer and you say, no, I don't fancy that, they will send you your items back free of charge. And in fact, if you only want to sell certain items, you have other gold items that you want to have returned to you, they will even return those gold items to you free of charge as well. So every step of the way it is free. The only time there may be additional charges we will cover throughout the course of the show. But our offer essentially is a super duper offer. It's a better offer, an exclusive offer, in basically cooperation, in partnership with Post Gold for Cash, that gives you more. Number one, the show special is that you will get 10% on top of your valuation. So if let's say they offer you £100 for your gold, you'll receive 110. If it's £1,000, you'll receive 1,100, and so on and so forth. So just by going through Shop on TV instead of directly to Post Gold for Cash, we've negotiated this special deal for you, so you get an extra 10%. But there's more. You are also included in not one, but 3 prize draws. Doesn't cost you anything to be entered. So one is an ITV STV live show special prize draw, and that gives you a chance to win up to £500. That closes on the 24th of December. Now, if you're quick enough, because the last show we did, the deadline was the 31st of October. If you get your offer or you get your jewellery in and you accept your offer quickly, like sort of, by next week, then you'll be included in the one before the end of the month. The prizes are exactly the same, but don't worry, if you don't make it in time, you'll still be included in the next one, which closes on the 24th of December. There's a further draw with a chance to win £500 worth of credit to spend with Shop on TV. So there's a second chance to win. Also closes 24th of December. And, in caps, you'll also be entered into Post Gold for Cash's regular £500 prize draw. And the next draw, again, is 24th of December. All the terms and conditions, and really there isn't a lot of fine print. Everything here is very transparent, but you'll find all of that at shopontv.co.uk/gold. So again, 3 easy steps. All you have to do is follow or do the following. Order your free gold selling pack now at shopontv.co.uk/gold, or if you prefer to use the telephone, then just call 033 3324 1241. You fill out your forms when you get them. You send your gold back via the prepaid special delivery envelope, and you have to take it to the post office, remember. So whatever your local post office is, and get them to scan the barcode, because that's your proof of delivery and your tracking. And then you can get your cash within 24 hours, or get your gold back for free if you're not happy. Now, that obviously, and here's an example. It may vary from person to person, and I'll talk about that in a second. But so now we're, Friday morning, aren't we, essentially? So you watch the show. You're watching the show now, right? So you're going to put the delivery pack into your basket. It'll be sent to you. You should get that by Saturday. You receive it, you fill the form, the bag, you fill it up, you take it off at your post office. By the time the post office closes on Saturday, obviously everyone's closed on Sunday. Monday, Post Cash for Gold, get your money, and you accept the offer and they transfer it to your bank. So you could do it that quickly. Like I said, if you don't get around to doing it until next week, if it's a weekday, whatever day, as long as you order, all you've got to do is order your postage pack now, your gold selling pack, because when that arrives, you can actually use it, whenever you want. So if you didn't get around to it till next week and you did it on a Monday, you could have your money by Tuesday, or if you did Tuesday, you could have your money by Wednesday. Now, the only things that would slow that process down are if, for any reason, you take a little bit longer to decide whether or not you're going to sell your gold, because there's no pressure whatsoever. There's no obligation. Once you send your gold in, if you change your mind, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. You just say, you know what, I've changed my mind. Would you send it back? Or actually, I've changed my mind. You can have everything, but that bangle, that was my mum's, and actually, I've decided I don't want to sell that. So they'll just send it back to just the bangle. Now, the thing is also, if you just use the standard insurance of £750, when they return the gold to you, they will return it with the same level of insurance that you used to send it. So if you paid 3, 4, 5, 6, anything up to £10 for additional insurance, when they return the gold to you, they will send it back with that additional insurance as well. However, if you decide you're going to sell your gold and you've paid for additional insurance, they refund you the money you've paid on the additional insurance. So again, actually, you net having spent nothing, zero. It's completely free from start to finish. You either sell it or you don't. Either way, you either get money or you get your gold back. Now, here's what they accept. It's called post gold for cash. It's fairly self-explanatory, I suppose. Basically, anything that is real gold. Now, it could be 9 karat gold, 14, 18, 22, 24 karat gold, as long as it's real gold. So gold coins, earrings, necklaces, chains, bracelets, bangles, pendants, rings, brooches, etc. Watches even. What they don't accept is essentially anything that is gold plated. So any kind of copper or nickel coins, foreign currency, fashion watches, costume jewellery, rolled gold jewellery, gold plated jewellery, metal core jewellery, pinch beck jewellery, silver plated jewellery, electro-plated nickel, silver tableware or cutlery, pewter, etc. So you can, if you want, send them platinum as well, and you can also send them real silver. But again, they have to be real precious metals, and nothing that is costume or fashion jewellery and that is just plated with a precious metal, if that makes sense. So pretty standard. Now, maybe you've got an odd earring. You lost one of your gold earrings and you've got one spare, and what do you do with that? Maybe you've got an old watch, a gold watch, it's gold, but it doesn't work anymore, and it would cost more to have it repaired than you think it's worth. Well, the gold is still worth something. If you've got gemstone jewellery, now you can send in diamond jewellery, and they will sell on the diamonds. If it's anything other than diamonds, though, they won't. And so you will not get any valuation of the gemstones, only the metal. So the important thing is, and probably the best thing is, if you want the gemstones, get them taken out by a jeweller or pop them out yourself. All post gold for cash really are here to do is to process and to buy your unwanted precious metals, not gemstones, diamonds being the exception. Does that make sense? It's really, really easy, really, really straightforward. And again, not only is it free right the way from start to finish, but also you're entered into those 3 prize draws automatically, and that doesn't cost you anything. And you might win. You might win £500. You might win. I mean, it's unlikely one person's going to win all 3 prize draws, but I suppose stranger things have happened. So what we're going to do is we'll meet because this is just me, myself and I with you this evening. We're going to meet the team from Post Gold for Cash when we did our launch show a few weeks ago, I think it was. So here they are with Sean and Hayley, and they are going to give you a further introduction and explanation of how this incredible service works to help you make some money.
The company was established in 2009. Obviously, just the concept of somebody came up with the idea of sending in your gold and getting cash. I mean, it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
And
there was nothing like it then, was there, really?
No, not really. We are one of the longest that have been running.
And you've been there very much since the start?
I've been there 15 I appreciate I don't look old enough.
Started very young.
Very young, toddler. So yeah, and I've really enjoyed it. I started actually making the calls.
Okay.
So I would call the customer with the offer for the items that they've sent in. Thoroughly enjoyed that. And then I kind of started thinking, well, actually, I want to have a look at these things and I want to see a little bit more about that and learn about that.
Open the envelopes.
That's it. It is, absolutely. I had an auntie who had just the most magnificent jewellery box, and you would sit there picking through it. So this is just absolutely awesome.
The same sort of thing.
So you've just grown with the company then, really?
Absolutely. And I thoroughly enjoy it, and there's something new every day that comes into it.
Oh, but it's so exciting when you get that package.
It's very exciting. It's not so exciting when you get the teeth.
Oh!
We will take them. Send them in.
Still gold.
With the gold filling?
Yes,
Still
yes.
gold.
Yeah, in the dental package. it. We will take it. Please send it
Where
in.
there's gold, there's cash.
We will go through what you can and can't send in. So not any old tea.
No, a little bit of gold. I hope.
As long as they're washed.
Don't get grandma's false teeth and pop them in. They've got to have
have
that
the
gold
gold.
filling in. And Steve, tell us a bit about your story, because I love your story, how you've got involved in the company.
Okay, so I'm the new kid on the block. I've only been around with Post Gold for Cash for the last 10 months or so, and it's a fantastic team to be part of, and I really enjoy working with them. My role is to make calls, to support customers, to reassure, answer questions, and make sure people have got their packs, and if they've got any questions, to answer them.
Great.
And to just help people, nudge them along the way if that's what they want to do, because it's always the customer's choice as to what they're doing.
Lots of people do mention just how friendly you are. You're a great sort of quite small team.
Small but mighty.
Yeah.
And perfectly formed.
But make it really personal. I think that's really important.
I think
as
the
well.
other good thing is I mean, obviously we brought the new boy with us, but the whole team have been there for a considerable amount of time. Most of us all been
And
there.
between you, you've got so much knowledge in gold, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely. And it just flows. It really flows and it really works. And we love talking to the customers and helping, and the different stories as to why they're sending stuff in and things like that. I mean, sometimes it's sad, sometimes it's happy, and they're ecstatic with their offers, and you know, that's it, I can get my car fixed, that sort of thing.
And customers are really grateful for that contact and that support and that connection, because then we can talk them through the process and just to reassure them. Because some customers have had the pack sitting on their side for a good few weeks and they're nervous to send the pack through. And sometimes people just send one piece to test, to see what it's like. And they get the reassurance and they get the offer so quickly, and they get some incredible offers.
You think you might have heard of Post Gold for Cash. Who are they? Who are you?
That's with Steve and Sam.
And an amazing team.
Yes.
So Post Gold for Cash was established back in 2009, so we've been going for a really long time. It was an idea from Ash, and he needed to get on board with somebody who had this kind of knowledge, which he did.
So actually was the founder as such.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. So between him and Ian, this is where we've sort of got to here.
And you were very much one of the first, weren't you, then?
Within a year I joined. I was only meant to do 14 hours a week, part-time.
Funny.
So yeah, I actually joined by accident. A friend of mine went for the job interview.
Okay.
And they offered her a part-time job, but she wanted full-time. So she turned around and said, "You need my friend Sam."
How fabulous. That is
I
one
work
of those
part-time.
meant to be moments,
Yes,
isn't it?
absolutely. And do you know what? I love it.
And you've just fallen in love with it, haven't you?
Yes. I mean, who wouldn't fall in love with
Well,
playing
it's
this?
exciting, isn't it? Because you've gone from. So what did you do at first? On
So
the
at
phone?
first I was on the phone, so I'd be calling you, I'd be giving you your offer, chatting away with you, and that was it. And then I was like, oh, can I play with it? Can I come and have a go and do this? And yeah, so I sort of shadowed some of the other valuers at the time, and I just love it.
So you learned the process on the job to the
So
point when
you've grown with the company,
I
really,
have,
haven't you?
I have, absolutely. And they're such a super supportive company to work for.
Very small team.
Very small, yes.
So it's very personal. Lots of people say it's very personal, it's very friendly, it was all very smooth.
Yeah, it comes across, I think, when we're talking to people. I mean, anyone that orders a pack tonight, if you haven't sent it back in the next couple of weeks, this guy's going to call you.
Have an amazing conversation.
Lots of people will purposely now not send it back. So
I'd love to call them.
how's that?
just so they can chat to Steve.
Yes.
Now, Steve, tell us your story, how you got involved in.
So I got involved because I discovered this most amazing sport called pickleball.
Okay.
And Ash actually plays pickleball. And so I met him playing pickleball, and he talked about his business and said, would you like to get involved and do some mystery shopping?
How funny.
And then come along and do some calls. And I said, I'd love to have a go. Why not?
Yeah.
So I did some mystery shopping, thoroughly enjoyed it. And I found Post Gold for Cash to be so easy to do business with. I personally found them very trustworthy. I chose to sell my items, so I found the prices great. And then I started making some calls
And then
to them.
you started working.
And I thoroughly enjoyed having conversations with people, giving them choices, giving them options, talking them through processes, and reassuring people, you know, because they're slightly nervous. Oh, I'm scared to take it to the post office. I'm not sure. I've had it for ages.
Well, you said when you sent yours in, you took photos of everything.
I did.
So
I
just in
took
case-
photos on my phone, as I do with everything, receipts and stuff, because you can never have enough reassurance yourself.
Yeah.
So I had that evidence, and so when I sent it through, I had to remind myself what Tracy, when she called me with the offer, oh, which ones were value and which ones weren't. And I was shocked about the ones that had value, because I thought it was the other ones that had value. And then to be offered between £400 and £500, it was like, whoa. And for once in my life, I was sort of like able to receive some cash to spend on either the children or a spa day or upgrade their phone without having to borrow money.
Yes.
So for a change, I wasn't borrowing.
Like a bonus.
I was
just sat
recycling
there,
some stuff that was sitting in the
Sat
bedside
there doing
cabinet.
nothing.
So, you know, we say about recycling all the time. We love a bit of recycling these days. I recycled it and I thought, why is it sitting there when I can do this? So my son thoroughly enjoyed his new iPhone.
So we were established back in 2009. So as companies go, we are one of the longest standing.
Yeah,
ones.
you were very much one of the first, weren't you?
Yeah,
Thought of the
absolutely.
idea sort of first, and then others sort of following along.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's one of the things that makes us very trustworthy.
Yeah,
Obviously, the
the
longevity of the
longevity,
company.
yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. The other thing to consider is, with regards to staff, other than Steve being our newbie, the rest of us have been there sort of 15 plus years.
More or less from the
So
beginning.
yeah, absolutely. So we work as a really good, smooth team. And the idea basically came from Ash, who then teamed up with Ian, who had the jewellery knowledge and this kind of thing. So they set it up, and here we are. Basically, we've come this far down the line, and it's such an easy service to use.
Yeah, really straightforward, really safe. You can see here over 270,000 customers have used the service already. Rated excellent, based over 2,000 Trustpilot reviews. Promised to match any price offered by other online buyers. Can you just
tell us
confirm how that works?
Okay, so what we would need from you is if you have had an offer price from somebody else.
someone else.
Yep. Which is fine. Shop around if you need to. You know, it's your own peace of mind, which is what we always say. We will match that if we can see that in writing. So you just need to provide it to us with the quotation and the date it was done, and obviously as long as the weights match, we will do that.
You'll match the price.
Yeah.
And you're saying it's so easy. It's so easy, and that's why you should choose Post Gold for cash. And you can actually have a little look at just how simple it is. It's fast, it's easy. The great thing is it's a no obligation service. So if you don't want to take that valuation they give, they will send your gold back completely free of charge. You've lost nothing, but you've learned how the money, whether you wanted it or not. Or you might be really surprised, which most people are when you read the 5-star review. I didn't think it'd be that much, and you do accept that money. So just send that gold in for free to be valued. If you're not happy with the offer, as it says, they'll return your gold items completely free of charge. So many people so happy with that offer, and the experienced gold valuers provide you with a free valuation to discover what your gold is worth.
I think worth was the word she was looking for. And remember, you're going to, if you sell your gold, you are going to get, as long as you do it exclusively through Shop on TV /gold or over the phone 033 33241 241, you will receive an extra 10%. So whatever the valuation is that Post Gold for Cash give you, so let's say, for example, it's £100, you will receive £110. If it's £1,000 they value your jewellery at, you will get an extra £100, £1,100. Now, the other thing to remember here is that absolutely everything is free from start to finish. You have a company that has a very, very sterling, if you'll pardon the pun, or a golden reputation. Trustpilot, they are 4.7, I believe. And also, here's the other thing. The other reason that you're going to want, we believe, to use Post Gold for Cash versus other similar services is that if you do get a valuation from another service, another gold buying service, Post Gold for Cash will actually match that offer. So they are a trusted UK scrap gold buyer. Everything is safe and secure, all delivered via Royal Mail special delivery, if I can speak. Over 2,700 customers have used the service, rated excellent based on 2,000 Trustpilot reviews, and they promise, as I say, to match any price offered by other online gold buyers. Now, Gold is actually at the moment at pretty much an all-time high, and it has increased in value quite a lot. I mean, I remember back in the days, good Lord, I was talking with my producer Leslie about this in the car earlier today, that, you know, in the 90s I remember buying gold bracelets and gold necklaces and rings and things like that, and, you know, a decent sized gold bracelet, 9 carat gold, was, I think I paid about 150 quid for it, something like that. Goodness only knows what that would be worth today, because if you look at the chart, and we've got one actually from the London Bullion Market Association, you'll see that but generally the line goes up over the years. Now, you know, look, it's a market, it can fluctuate, and the offer that you receive from Post Gold for Cash will always be based on whatever the market price is of the day. But, you know, I think a lot of people accept that gold is a store of wealth. And if you've got gold that you're not using, if it's just sitting in a drawer, as I say, maybe you've got part of it's missing, or it's broken, or it's something you don't like anymore, it's not fashionable anymore, or it was given to you as a gift and it was never really, maybe you're just somebody that has been given gold as a present and you just don't really wear gold. And by the way, it can be yellow gold, it can be white gold, it can be rose gold, doesn't matter, as long as it is gold. So this is an opportunity to turn that money turn that gold, into money. And all you've got to do, there are 2 ways you can get to the page. You can either go straight to our website, shopontv.co.uk, click on Post Gold for Cash, then that will take you through to the same page as if you actually went directly there, shopontv.co.uk/gold. And all you have to do is now order your free gold selling pack. Even if you don't use it, just if you think, yeah, I've got some gold I might want to sell, there's no obligation. There's nothing forcing you to return your pack with any gold items in it. But do make sure you go to your basket and check out securely. You have to check out. You can check out as a guest, or you can set up a free account with Shop on TV, or you can log into your account if you already have one with Shop on TV. But here's the thing, and here's the important part to remember. You will not be charged a penny. Shop on TV do not ever sell your information to anyone else. The only person we will share your information with, in the same way as if you order a product from us, we would share your order information with the supplier of that product. The same applies here. So your information will be passed on to Post Gold for Cash, who also, and it says it here somewhere, I saw it, it says it here on the form also, that they do not sell your information to anybody either. So I want to show you, here are the bits of bump that you will receive. This is your sort of welcome letter. So the first one is, you know, thank you for choosing Post Gold for Cash and all of that. It's got some basic instructions on it. It shows you, I don't know if we can get nice and close, it shows you some comparison valuations that were given by Post Gold for Cash versus others. Remember that they will match any offer that you are given or valuation by any other online gold selling company. It tells you the items that they buy, and it tells you the items that they don't buy. Now, I hate forms, and you do have to fill in one form. It's not double-sided, it's a single form, and this is what I love about this. You put your address and your name and, you know, your information. All they need to know is the number of jewellery items that you're selling. You don't have to estimate how much they're worth or anything like that. They just need to know how many you are sending. And the rest of the form, you sign it, you date it. And this here is your bank information, I believe, so they can transfer the money to you. And that's it. The rest is they fill in the rest of. That's all you've got to do. Make sure you put that in the envelope. Now, what happens if you forget and you post it and go, oh no, I forgot to put my form in? It doesn't matter, because the information that you've or has been transmitted to Post Gold for Cash by you ordering through Shop on TV means they have your information, and it will be embedded in the barcode on your envelope, so they can still find you even if you did forget to put your form in. I mean, try and remember to put your form in. It just makes it a bit easier, but it doesn't matter. Nothing is lost. But by the way, this, you'll see here on the envelope, this is what you will receive. It is guaranteed delivery by 1 p.m. the next day. So as long as you get this to the post office by the time it closes, make sure they scan the barcode, because that's your proof of delivery. It will be at Post Gold for Cash by 1 p.m. the next day. And that says guaranteed on there. They will immediately evaluate your gold items. They will then get in touch with you, and they will provide you with an offer. And if you accept that offer, then the bank details that you've got here, that money will be put in your bank immediately with the extra 10% that you get as the exclusive offer by doing this through the partnership with Postgold for Cash and Shop on TV. If you say, no, I'm not happy with that valuation, no problem at all. All those items will be sent back to you. They will be insured as well to the same level of insurance that you sent the package with. This comes with £750 worth of insurance. If you believe your items are worth more, you can insure up to £2,500 with the post office. And it's a small charge between £3 and £10 depending on what level of extra insurance you add. However, if you do decide to sell your gold to Postgold for Cash, whatever you've paid for that extra insurance will be refunded to you. If you decide not to sell that to Postgold for Cash, then they will return your items, but also with the same level of insurance that you paid the extra for. Does that make sense? So this could very well be cash in your bank account or money in your bank account within 48 hours. Get it to the post office. The next day, if you accept the offer right away, you've actually got the money in your bank that day. Plus, you're going to be entered into these 3 prize draws. So there's an ITV ITV1 STV live show special prize draw. So that's just by the fact that you are doing this through us at Shop on TV. You can win up to £500. So you're entered into that automatically, and that closes the 24th of December. A further draw with a chance to win £500 worth of credit to spend on Shop on TV also closes December 24th, and you'll also be entered into Postgold for Cash's regular £500 prize draw. So there are 3 chances to win. You don't have to do anything, you don't have to sign anything or tick a box, or you will automatically, by the very fact that you have got your pack through Shop on TV, you are entered into those prize draws, and they are drawn at random by Postgold for Cash, and they will announce or inform whoever it is that ultimately wins those prizes. So you can, you could be winning up to 500 quid. You may win more if you're very, very lucky and win more than 1 prize draw or all 3. It's unlikely, but hey, it could happen. So that's it. It is as quick and easy and as simple as that. At no point in your journey are you ever going to be charged a penny by Postgold for Cash or Shop on TV. And again, the only additional money that you would pay, so there are 2 things, just before we go to the next clip. If you decide to get some extra insurance, then you pay for that initially. But again, if you sell your gold, that's refunded to you. Now, if you do send in, by mistake, some costume jewellery, some gold-plated jewellery, if you want that sent back to you, you will have to pay a small charge for that to happen. If it's gold and precious metals and you decide you want all of it or some of it sent back to you, then that will not cost you anything. But if it is costume jewellery that's worth nothing, then there is a small surcharge to have that returned to you. And if you want cash, if you want actual physical cash mailed to you, dollar bills, y'all, then you can also elect to do that as well. That will add a small amount of time to the processing, and full information will be available to you when you discuss that with Postgold for Cash as to how it gets to you and so on and so forth. One of the things about gold is that people are not generally, I don't think, aware of what the value of gold is these days. And you may be sitting on a real treasure trove. You may very well find that, and a lot of people, we've heard from customers who have been really surprised by how much that gold is worth. They had no idea. And you may very well be the same. So who knows what you may be sitting on at home, unwanted gold that could be money working for you for a holiday or pay some bills or whatever you want to do with it. So here is our next clip with Sean and Hayley and the team from Postgold for Cash, and they're going to show you some examples of what gold can be worth.
You've got the odd earrings and rings. Stones missing. Perfect. Send it in. Back of a watch. Something like
Could we move that?
Can I just
very
grab that out
technical
your
gun.
way?
We'll talk you through that in a moment.
You've obviously got white gold, yellow gold. There is no difference. It's just the colour. So the gold content would still be either 9, 14, 18. That's still the same. So the colour makes no odds. I mean, for example, this little box here, what do you think that may well be worth? I mean,
it's a little treasure trove there, isn't it?
I don't know. It's really tricky, isn't it?
Because I don't think a lot of people realise how valuable gold is.
No.
And that constant, well, it's been constant, the way it's gone up and up and up, hasn't it? And we'll show you examples of that as we go through. So you want us to guess?
I want you to guess.
The
Let's make it
value of
fun.
this box. Oh, gosh. I'm going to go £300. Higher or lower, Hayley? Higher or lower for the game?
Oh, I'm gonna go higher.
Okay, where are you going?
Oh, have I got to pick a number?
Yeah.
I thought I could just go higher and win. I'm gonna go
A few
425.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's very precise.
300, 425.
Okay, so
Have we got
grab
a reveal?
a little
big
reveal there.
in here.
You ready?
Dun, dun, dun. Can't turn it around.
Sorry.
Can't get hold of it. Oh, hang on. Approximately £750 worth.
But do you know the best thing is if we sent that to you via Shop on TV, doing your order, getting your free pack, that would be more than 750.
This would give you 10%
10%
more.
extra.
Yes, 'cause
Another,
they've got
another £75.
another £75 on top.
So it'd go from 750 to 825. That's our exclusive deal. Remember, you're going to get an extra 10% on the valuation of whatever you send.
And remember, you're ordering on our website, or you can order on our phones like normal. You need to pop it in the website into your basket, check your basket out as if you were ordering something, but it's completely free.
Free pack,
of charge.
free postage, free valuation, and free returns if you don't accept the valuation.
That's fantastic.
Where should we go? Where should we go?
Okay, so we've got some around the front here. So there's just,
Okay.
just a little single gold ring sat there
Okay.
in the drawer doing nothing.
Okay.
What do we think?
I'm thinking £100.
Oh gosh.
I should pick it
It's
up.
quite it's quite
Oh,
thick, isn't it? It's
now I'm
quite
thinking
thick.
more than £100.
Yeah. I'm going to go, I don't know,
Should probably
200.
smell it.
200.
Smell it? Is that a thing?
Shall I try it on? 200.
Okay, I said 100.
Okay, you ready?
Changed my mind.
No way.
£500?
For one item?
For one item, yeah.
And is that because of the weight?
And because
of it?
the grade.
Yeah.
Right.
Quality.
That is a higher grade of gold. So the purity of gold within it is higher. That's 22 karat gold.
Wow.
Now, quite often, sort of your grandparents, they would often have 22 carat.
Gosh, £500.
Yes.
Oh,
I'll just look after
Oh
that.
no! You oh, wow! And
Okay.
one more thing. What else?
Okay, so then we've got this one. Now this is unhallmarked.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So,
So people might think,
well, should I send it? You know, how do I know what it is?
Yes.
So obviously we test it. We have the magical little gun that
gun
we
you
have
showed us.
moved casually off the table. So we would use that to test this. If anything comes in unhallmarked, okay, so it's like an X-ray, and it will determine what the contents of the gold is within the item. So that's a high grade of gold. It's just a few items, isn't it?
okay, I'm
So,
going to go.
I mean, it's really pretty, but I would probably look at that and think probably it wasn't real gold. So you just don't know, do you?
Exactly.
So, price-wise, don't. How much?
I didn't guess.
Because I would think that wasn't proper gold. Oh my word! There's another
It
zero.
kept coming, look.
Wow!
2,500. So you could be so pleasantly
And then you get an extra 10%.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that £250 extra?
Yes.
It is.
My word.
And that's the reaction we get from our customers
I
when we call them
bet.
back.
How lovely. We've
And
got
it's
it.
like the conversations we have are incredible.
I bet it's really
with the
satisfying.
gratitude and the excitement, because it's the thought of what we can now do with that cash. It's recycled that precious metal.
Yeah.
And what can we do now?
I like that word, recycling. You're recycling unwanted items. And, you know, look, if you've got gold items that you love, keep them, you know what I mean? But if you're not using them, you don't want them anymore, or if you consider that the cash or the money is worth more to you now than the jewellery items are, you know, then it's worth selling it. And this is a time, you know, look, the times aren't as good as they could be. I think at the moment many would agree. Money's not going as far. Inflation, interest rates, all that kind of stuff. So, you know, look, maybe if you are in a pinch, this is a great way to liquidate some of your assets and to get some money in the bank that you can use for potentially more useful things. And so here are some examples, actually, of some items of gold and what they were valued at. So on the 17th of September, of this year. This was 9 carat gold. Remember, it doesn't matter if it's 9, 14, 18, 22 or 24, as long as it's gold. And that's, what's that, Port Madog? I don't know what that means. £456. Now, of course, if that had been done through Shop on TV, then you'd get another £45.60 because you get 10% extra on whatever valuation you are given by Post Gold for Cash. That's the exclusive part of the offer with Shop on TV. And then a 9 carat gold ring, simple ring, 161 quid. That's money in the bank. Plus you get the extra £16 and 10 pence with the extra 10% we give you by doing this through Shop on TV. So, so this was in Ipswich. Somebody who sold, this was 18 carat gold, and this was on the 26th of August. £2,432. £2,432. So that's an extra £243.20 that they would get on top of that, that valuation, just by doing this through, and you would by going through Shop on TV. 1,785 for a 9 carat gold, an assortment of things there for Whitby, and again that's another £178.50 that you get on top. If you'd gone to Post Gold for Cash directly, they'd have just got the 1,785, and actually they probably would have done in this case, but by coming through us, £178.50 extra on top. Now remember, when you send your items using your prepaid envelope, because what you're going to do, we'll go through the process again in a minute. You order your free gold selling pack, it's totally free. You're going to get a little thingy, a little pouch. You're going to get your special delivery. You're going to get an information letter which tells you what they accept and don't accept, and a very simple form for your name, your address, your contact information, your bank details, where you want the money sent, how many items you're sending, and then you sign and date it, and that's it. And you put that, you don't need to put that one in, but this one you include with the envelope. But again, your order, your name, address, etc., your details are attached to the barcode. So even if you did forget to put that in, they can still find you. And their customer service is incredible. 270,000 plus happy customers, excellent rating on Trustpilot based on 2,000 reviews. So their customer service really is superb, and they will help you, they will walk you through everything you need to do if you need some additional assistance, if you've got additional questions and so on. But actually what I wanted to say to you is that when you go to shopontv.co.uk/gold or directly to our website and then just click on the Post Gold for Cash banner, just only add one free gold selling pack to your basket, because if you're thinking you've got extra stuff you want to sell, ordering multiples is not the way to do it. So what you need to do is this. You actually need to call them. So if you think that pouch is not going to be big enough for your gold, get your first free gold selling pack and then just call the number on the screen that we're about to show you. It's just towards the bottom. So 01202 844 198, and you can request another Post Gold for Cash pack, okay? So ordering multiples through Shop on TV is because everything has to be linked to the same order, if you like. But remember, whatever you do, each gold selling pack is already insured for £750. If you think your items are worth more than that, you can increase the insurance level of your parcel to £1,000 or £2,500 at the post office counter, and you'll have to pay £3 to £10 for the extra insurance at the post office, but we will refund this, or Post Gold for Cash will refund that if you sell your gold to them, if you accept the valuation. And if you think your items are worth more than £2,500, then send them in a separate Royal Mail special delivery envelope. And that is why you are going to call that number to get additional packs. If you've got a lot of gold items you want to send and you think that they're going to be worth more than £2,500, so you just want to split the consignment, essentially. Really easy, really straightforward. And if you just tuned in, Post Gold for Cash is we consider them to be the preeminent online gold buying company. And you know, look, there are other options. You can put your items onto an auction website if you want and chance it that way. Of course, there's no guarantee as to what you're going to get. You don't necessarily know whether you're getting a fair valuation or a fair price if you're selling stuff on an auction. And unless you put a reserve, you may end up selling it for less than you actually wanted. Or if you put a reserve in and you've over-egged it, you may not get the money that you actually are asking for. So the other option, of course, pawnbrokers. Now, there's a big difference between what a Post Gold for Cash do and pawnbrokers. Pawnbrokers have their place, of course, but generally you're giving them your items for money that is essentially a loan. That can be interest bearing, and also if you don't repay that loan, you can lose the item and your money. Well, I suppose you've had the money. Whereas with Post Gold for Cash, you're selling directly to Post Gold for Cash. So when you accept the offer, they give you the money, they now own your gold. It's a straight buying, selling transaction, if that makes sense. So we're going to go back to our next clip. And remind me, Leslie, what's the next clip? Now this is great. So if you're thinking, well, what should I put in my little pouch and in my envelope and send to Post Gold for Cash? Remember, you're free for the selling pack, free postage, free valuation and free returns if you do not accept the offer. But here's a little guide and some advice from the folks with Sean and Hayley to help you decide what you're going to put in the pack in the first place.
Should we run through putting an envelope together?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because
Yes, let's do it.
it can be several different things, can't it?
Yeah, for sure. So you'll receive your pack like this. Okay, tucked behind your letter, which gives you the information of the process to make sure you take it.
So it talks you through everything we've talked you through today.
Absolutely, all of it. And then on the back, further information, the do's and don'ts of what to send us.
Okay.
To give you a guide. So pop that to one side because that will have your reference number and has our contact details on.
Great.
If at that stage you've got any questions, call us.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Call us.
great. So
Great.
Cool.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Perhaps you have got something that's got a sort of a mark on, and you could ring and say, "Should I put this in?" It says, I think it says so and so. You'll sort of recognise it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Quite often people go, "I've got gold, but I've got a bit of silver. Can I pop that in? Pop it in."
Great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great.
All goes in one bag. We have one bag for everything. So
Lovely.
absolutely no problem.
And that's great. We can ring you just to double check. Before
Yeah,
Lovely.
sure. So we need you to fill out as much information as you can. We obviously need your contact details. Obviously, we will deal with the bottom part here, bank details, so we can pay you that money on the day that we receive your pack, get it in the bank nice and swiftly. Now, if by chance you forget to pop the form in,
Okay.
it does happen. It does happen. Do not panic, because once you've sealed these, they're pretty difficult to unseal.
Yeah.
Okay, on the bottom here, when you've requested it, we will pop a little sticker there with some brief details, your own personal code, so when it comes into us,
Lovely.
we'll find you.
You'll know.
So you will know.
The words of Liam Neeson. We have a special
But
set of skills.
do put the form in, because that's your bank details. That's where you get your money.
Yeah.
But again, we can get all that information off
Lovely.
you, but
Fabulous.
don't panic. So.
Sorry, I was going to say, what I found when I did the mystery shopping, I was a little bit nervous going to the post office as to, what am I doing with this package when I go in there? The post office counter staff were really helpful.
Great.
They're very experienced and they knew exactly what to do. And I was like, could you help? And they were like, yeah, no problem. And they were just as helpful as what we are. And so they took that responsibility and they sorted me out. I remember when I was a customer, they did that for me. So just to say that.
So basically, once you've got this, and you've got this, you fill this out, you've got that interesting keeper ring from back in the 90s. My husband's got one of these, I've got to be honest. Sits in a drawer.
Send it.
And if I order a pack on here, I'm going to get an extra 10%. Yes, absolutely. So pop your items in here. So, I mean, let's pop a mixture. And you've got single earrings. Chuck it in. Rings with stones missing. Chuck it in.
Oh, that's good, because, yes.
The ring you got for Mother's Day, but you're never going to wear it out. Chuck it in.
Now, this bracelet is...
You keep eyeing that up. See this.
No, what do they call these?
An
Identity bracelets.
There's so many things that were fashionable, weren't they, for a time, but they're just not anymore.
No.
So loads of us have stuff like this.
And you get the names. The names are quite often on them as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is great. But what's really good is you guys will definitely find the hallmark on that one.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I'm saying this.
Is there an arrow?
Said that.
Oh, there it
see it already.
Oh, look at that.
Don't even need the magnifier.
Font 24.
I told you as we moved on, you would get this.
Can you see? Look, you can even see it at home. It's as simple as that. Now, 671236 is the item number that you need to quote if you're on the phone. 0333241241. If you want to go to the website, it's always the easiest way. shopontv.co.uk/gold. Remember, it'll take you straight through to those exclusive
And it's
offers.
so easy, like you'd normally order with us here on Shop on TV. So pop it into your basket, check your basket through, and check out either as you're a regular guest or whether you just want to check out as a guest first time actually ordering. But order via us because it will give you the opportunity to get that extra 10%
and the 3 prize draws
added onto the valuation of your bag. How great is that? And it's so simple. Everything's so easy, actually.
Now we're going to carry on filling the envelope, but if anyone at home is sat thinking, is it safe for me to post gold to you?
Yeah.
Let's reiterate the safety, because we've got a little slide here that covers everything, but you tell us, Sam.
Okay, so basically, once you've filled out your little foam envelope, okay, you filled out your form, you've sealed it into your silver delivery bag, you take it to the post office. Really important, take it to the post office. Don't just shove it in the red box.
No.
Please take it to the post
counter.
office. Yes. What they will then do is they will weigh your package. They will give you a receipt with a tracking number on, which will be this number here. Okay,
right.
So that's individual to you, to your pack. Okay, what you can then do is you can track your pack as it heads into us, making its journey in to make you lots of money. All right? So once we've received it, we will log all that information and we will weigh your pack. We won't open this pack until we weigh it. And there's a reason for that. Because if we go back to the receipt that you've got from the post office, that will have a weight on it.
Well, they always weigh. They weigh everything, don't they?
Absolutely.
Even when you return clothes and things, they always
Pop on
weigh.
the scales. Pop on the scales.
Everything has to go on the scales.
So that's really important, because then what we can do is if there is a discrepancy, we've got a trail. We can see that.
Right.
Great.
All right, and that's important.
Yeah.
The other thing is, initially, it is insured up to £750. That's automatic. But if you feel the items are worth more, there are 2 other options. You can increase it up to £1,000, or you can increase it to the maximum of £2,500.
Right.
Now, that is initially your cost, but if you accept our offer, then not only will you get an extra 10%
Very good.
from ordering tonight, then we will give that back to you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, you may have cash sitting around your house or flat, your abode, your home, that's literally doing nothing for you. It's just sitting there. And, you know, some of the examples that Sam was giving there, you know, maybe a ring that's lost a stone or two, maybe half an earring or half a pair of earrings, maybe the back of a watch, you know, literally the back case of, if it's gold, or the strap of a watch. Or it's jewellery that you don't like anymore, it's unfashionable. Maybe it's... I'm a huge Friends fan. You know, when Joe, if you're a Friends fan, Joey buys Chandler a big gold bracelet, and you know, and he finds it abhorrent. So if only Post Gold for Cash were around for Chandler Bing back in the days, he could have sold it and made some money out of it. And yeah, if you're given a gift, sometimes people buy you gifts that the gift means a lot, and the value of the gift itself may be a lot. But it's not something that is personally in keeping with your style or, you know, the aesthetic that you care to subscribe to. And enough time has passed that the person, the giftor, would not be offended if you did then decide to liquidate that cash. And again, gold is at an all-time high at the moment. Again, it does fluctuate. Yes, of course it does. It's a market, after all. It's a commodity. But certainly over the last, I mean, since records began, gold has, in general, increased in value. And in the last sort of 10 years, it's gone absolutely bananas. So maybe there is something that you own that maybe you know, like me, back in the night, if I still had my gold bracelets and necklaces and rings, and I used to wear signet rings, you know, it was all the rage in the 90s when I was in my 20s, you know, to have a 9-carat gold ring with an bit of onyx in it, or I had an onyx and a diamond. I had a sovereign, I had a half sovereign, I had all of that, you know, clobber. And I don't even know. Do you know? I think actually I ended up taking them to pawnbrokers and getting virtually nothing for them. But this is a great way because the valuations that are performed by Post Gold for Cash are all based on the value of the gold on the day. And you can see here that the line generally goes up. It dips, it goes up, it goes down, just like any market. But in general, since, well, I can't, unfortunately on my screen there, see. So that was, no, that's just the 9th of December of what, last year to the 13th of October. So in just a year, the gold has gone up, and look at how it's jumped from August to October. So, and look, the great thing about this also is you don't have to try and do the stock markets or be a market trader. And I mean, that's a complicated thing. This is, if you've got stuff you don't want anymore, you might as well get money for it. And Post Gold for Cash they do provide what we consider to be very generous valuations based on the gold price of the day. And also, even if somebody else did offer more, Post Gold for Cash will match that offer. So there are terms and conditions alongside that. Obviously, you can check that out on the website. But you know, it is a win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win situation. You win because you order your free gold selling pack. To get everything you need to send this to Post Gold for Cash is absolutely free, no charge whatsoever. It's a win because you get sent a prepaid special delivery envelope, which means that the package is guaranteed by Royal Mail to arrive at 1 p.m. the next day, by 1 p.m. at Post Gold for Cash. The next day. You win because Post Gold for Cash will perform the valuation immediately that day and will get in touch with you generally on the same day, you know, unless there are some mitigating circumstances. You could receive your cash on the actual same day that they receive it, as long as you obviously agree to accept it. If you don't want to accept it, then you can send everything back and you get all of your money. Well, basically it costs you nothing. You don't have to pay to have the items returned, is what I'm trying to say. So order the free selling pack on our website or call our call centre on 0333 241 241. We've actually given it an item number, so you can put the item number into the search bar of the website and go directly to the product page if you want, or the free gold selling pack page, or you can quote that to the customer service rep at 0333 241 241. And that item number is 671236. And once you receive your gold selling pack, fill out the form and include this with your gold items in the padded envelope with the prepaid label on it. Take it to a post office. As Sam was saying earlier, or if you just tuned in, do not put it in a post box. You need to get, two things need to happen. First of all, the post office needs to weigh your package. That's important because Post Gold for Cash will also weigh your package to make sure that they match, to make sure none of your items have gone missing in transit. Not that they would, they're in the closed loop Royal Mail system, but just in case to be sure. So you need proof of posting, and they will scan your barcode and give you a receipt, which is not only proof of posting, but it's also your tracking information, so you can track the information, or track that the package rather has arrived at Post Gold for Cash the next day. You will then receive an offer within 24 hours of Post Gold for Cash receiving your gold items. And in many cases, in the majority, I think I can say, of cases, you will get that offer the same day that they receive. So that generally is the next day that after you've sent the package, as long as you get to the post office by the time they close. And then you either accept the offer and you receive the money in your bank account, again within 24 hours, or you decline the offer and those items will be returned to you absolutely free. Free to get your gold pack. Free to send the gold items back. Free valuation by experts at Post Gold for Cash. And then you either accept, or if you don't, it's returned to you for free. And remember, let's say, for example, you bung a load of stuff into your envelope, and then someone in the family goes, oh no, you didn't send off that wonderful, precious something or another, did you? And you kind of go, oh no, I did, what do I do? Well, it's not an issue, because number one, when Post Gold for Cash get in touch with you, you can say, oh, actually, that precious ring, whatever it was, that you didn't, somebody in your family or a friend or whoever didn't want you to give away or sell, you can say, actually, I don't want to sell that part, but I'll sell the rest of it. And they'll send just that one item, or items if it's more than one. Anything you want to have back, they will send to you free of charge, as long as it is precious metal. And anything you want to sell, you can sell. So you can sell all of it, You can sell some of it, or you can sell none of it. It's entirely up to you. And you know, at any point throughout the journey, when you sent your pack back, if you have any questions whatsoever, the welcome letter has all of Post Gold for Cash's information on it, contact information. You can call them. Let's say, for example, you get one of these packs from us. And because in actual fact, even if you put 50 in, they're only going to send you one, and there's a reason for that. Because, you know, in a lot of cases, this is enough. This is sufficient. But if it's not, and you go, oh no, I can't get it all in, then you call the number that's on here, and you say, look, I can't fit it all in. Can you send me another pack? And they do that for two reasons. Generally, if you can fit gold in here, then that's going to be coverable by the post office special delivery insurance, what's the word I'm looking for, levels. So it's automatically insured for £750. If you think your items are worth more, you can insure for £1,000 or up to £2,500. And that'll cost you between £3 and £10 initially. You pay for it initially just for the extra insurance. But if you sell your gold to Post Gold for Cash, they will refund that to you. So, you know, at the end of the day, it actually costs you nothing. But also because you want to have all of your items valued in the same batch, don't you? So this is if you ordered 2 from us and they sent you 2, they'd have different barcodes, they'd have different information, or they'd still have your information, but they would be separate consignments. So they would be essentially treated as 2 separate valuations. So that's why they don't do it, because when you order an additional postage pack by calling 01202 844 8198, which is Post Gold for Cash's number, they'll send you out another pack that is tied to the original pack, if that makes sense. Or maybe you need 2 extra packs or 3 extra packs, but they'll all be under the one transaction ID, if that makes sense. And I was saying earlier that all of your information is tied to the barcode. It's actually, there's a separate little label they'll put at the bottom, which is like a little barcode thingy, and that's got all your information. So if you did happen to forget to put your form in with this, it's not an issue, they can still find you. But if you just put that in a post box, then it doesn't get weighed, you don't get any proof of delivery, and if it went missing, then you've got no recourse whatsoever. So make sure, only rule, take it to the post office, have them weigh it, have them scan the barcode and give you a receipt. And remember, when you do, whatever the valuation is that you get, aside from the fact that they will match, Post Gold for Cash will match any offers that maybe you've had from other online gold buying companies, you will also get 10% extra. So if you get a valuation of £1,000, we will actually give you, or Post Gold for Cash will actually put in your bank account an extra 10%. So £1,100. Obviously £100 being 10% of 1,000, right? If it was £10,000, you'd make another £1,000. So 10% of everything, whatever your valuation is, whatever it is you decide that you're going to sell, you will get an extra 10%. That is exclusive. That is an exclusive offer based on the partnership between Post Gold for Cash and Shop on TV. If you go direct to Post Gold for Cash, you will just get their valuation amount. You will not get the extra 10%. So that's only when you go through shopontv.co.uk/gold, or you go to our website shopontv.co.uk, click on, there's a big banner that says Post Gold for Cash, or you put the item number into the search bar, or you use the item number and you call on the phone to 0333241241. If you're calling now as we're live, then they'll know that this is what's on air, and they'll be able to, you'll know straight away. They'll know straight away what you're after. It's absolutely free, and I just want to, for those that are squeamish when it comes to forms, and I hate forms. The very first thing that you get when the package, the free gold selling pack, is a letter, a welcome letter. And there's a little bit of blurb on there, right? And then on the back, it explicitly tells you how they compare to others, what they buy, what they don't buy. Rich, if you stay there for 1 second, I'm going to just move this. And actually, where is it? Oh, it's on the other one. So that's just general information. So you keep that to one side, because all of the contact information for Post Gold for Cash is there. They have exceptional customer service. If you've got any questions before you do anything, if you just go, oh, I'm not sure really what to do, call them. They will walk you through it. Absolutely no problems whatsoever. then, or maybe you don't know how to fill the form out. I mean, this is about the simplest form I've ever seen. So basically, you put your customer details, simple as that. Your address, your name, your phone, simple, right? Email address. Then they want to know how many items you're sending, simple as that. Then your bank information. Now, if you leave that blank, don't worry, that they'll get in touch with you. I mean, if you know what bank account you want money to, or building society account, or whatever it is that you want the money sent to, if you're going to accept the offer, just put it in there. If you send it and they go, actually, I wish I'd done it on a different bank account, you can call them and change your mind. You just give them new bank information. It's not a problem at all. And then you just got to sign and date it. That's it. That's all you've got to do. Fold that up, put that into your envelope along with your gold items. And again, if for any reason you've closed the envelope and forgotten to put this in, we've all done that. I've had Amazon packages where I forget to put the insert in after I've already taped up the box. Not a problem, because when they send you your pack, you will have a little barcode, little sort of sticker that's put in the bottom that they provide that is linked to your details. So just make sure when you order through shopontv.co.uk/gold that you make sure that if you're checking out as a guest, that your address is accurate, your phone number is accurate, and obviously your email is accurate as well. It's dead simple. And it's totally and utterly free. And not only are you going to get the extra 10% valuation on top of your valuation when you accept the offer, you're also going to be included into 3 prize draws. And it's absolutely free entry. It costs you 0, nothing, nilch, nada, niente, nichivo. And the first one is an ITV STV or ITV1 STV exclusive live show special prize draw. And that gives you a chance to win up to £500, and the entries for that close by the 24th of December. So just make sure you get your pack in before the 24th of December, and you'll be included in that. There is also a current prize draw for the previous show we did, which closes on October 31st. If you get your pack back before the October 31st, you might even be included in that one and have a chance of winning sooner. But if you miss that one, don't worry, you'll be included in the next one, which closes on the 24th of December. Another draw also could give you up to £500, well, not up to, exactly £500 worth of credit to spend with Shop on TV. And you'll also be entered into the Post Gold for Cash's regular £500 prize draw as well. So you're entered into 3 draws. You've got 3 chances to win for free at shopontv.co.uk/gold. And again, you can either go straight to our website, shopontv.co.uk, click on the Post Gold for Cash. Actually, can we go back? Because you can do all of that there if you want, but you can also go to the live on-air shop now and scroll down, and there is the link to the product page. Make sure you add your pack to your basket. You treat it exactly like a regular product. Add it to your basket, but then you've got to check out. It won't cost you anything. You don't need any credit card information. There's £0 and 0 pence on the price and the postage and packing. You can sign into your account if you're already a customer. You can create an account for free if you want to have a Shop on TV account for future purchases. And do you know the other thing also you could do? You could have this Post Gold for Cash sent to someone else. Maybe you can get one for you, but you could nominate to send another one to a different address. And that's fine if you order an extra one for a different address and a different person, maybe your parents, your brother, your sister, your in-laws, your friends, your loved ones. Because maybe they've got stuff that they would want to sell as well. To save them doing it, maybe you've got elderly parents who are not so good online, or they don't want to call the phone number. You can order one for them. That will go to them. They get everything that they need, and that's tied to their information. So, but check out. You've got to check out. If you don't check out, you don't get your pack. But again, it costs you nothing, and you can check out as a guest as well if you prefer to do it all, the whole thing without creating an account with Shop on TV. No obligation necessary at any point in the process. Everything is free in the entire process, with the exception of if you decide to get some extra insurance for your items. But remember, that is refunded when you accept the offer from Post Gold for Cash. Why Post Gold for Cash? Good question. Let's find out.
But if you sat at home watching and thinking, oh, I think I might have heard of this company, why do you think you should use Post Gold for Cash? Well, let's show you exactly why. Because it's a fast and no obligation service. And you're sending the gold for free, Sam, aren't you?
Yes, absolutely. 100% free.
So you send us this great pack, which is a little letter. It gives us an idea as well, the items we could buy and you don't buy. There's a little form to fill in. And then we've got A little envelope.
Would you like me to show you how to use the envelope?
Yes, please.
Would that help?
Yes.
I have
Run us
one
through
here.
what we do at home.
Okay, so when you're at home, you've got to obviously keep your letter to one side. That gives you all your information.
So that tells you, and it gives you tips on there.
Yes, it does. It will also guide you as to what we do and don't accept.
Great.
Just a little few more notes on that.
Great.
It's really important. Fill out the form.
Okay.
Okay,
Right.
this is the way we can contact you. Telephone number, email address, obviously payment options. Go for bank, and for example, you order a pack this morning. Yeah, I'm going to acknowledge it's morning. Order a pack this morning. If you receive that pack tomorrow on Wednesday, if you happen to get it in the post to us Wednesday, we'll have it Thursday. We could have that money in the bank for you Thursday afternoon. Okay.
Wow.
So make sure we have those details. Okay. Bottom bit here, we will fill in. Okay.
Okay.
So fold that up.
So we fill that in and we put that in the envelope with our gold.
Yep.
So you've got
Okay.
your gold. So for example, I'll pop a couple of bits in here. Okay, you seal it up. You put it in with your form. Oh, you get it in the envelope. Okay, seal it up and take it to the post office. Okay,
This is important, isn't it? It has to go to the
Yeah.
post office
Yes.
counter.
Yeah.
Okay, because they will give you proof of posting.
Okay.
Okay, it will validate the insurance and also give you a tracking number so you know when we've received it.
Fantastic.
Okay?
Great.
All right. The other thing to remember is when we've sent it out to you, down here, there will be a little sticker with some brief details and also a reference number for you, just down
Right.
here.
Okay.
So, on the odd occasion where customers forget to pop this in,
Oh, you have.
we've
That's
got a way of
clever.
finding them. Okay,
Yes.
so don't panic. It happens all the time. I always tell people you're not the first, you won't be the last, but try to pop it in. But if not, we'll find you.
And then what happens when it gets delivered to you?
When it gets delivered to us, okay, so it's delivered by obviously secure postal service. Comes in now. Before we open your pack, before we do anything else, we weigh it. Okay.
Okay.
And what that does is when you've got your receipt from the post office, you'll have a weight on it.
So you know
So-
it's the same.
Exactly. So we know it's the same.
So
So
it
we
matches.
write that onto the grey silver envelope. Okay. All packs are dealt with individually, so they are logged in, which means we just put sort of reference numbers, things like that on it, check the items in there, and then it'll come across to me.
Yes, indeed. The people you see on the TV, well, not me, but them, they will be the ones dealing with your jewellery. And 20 years they've been doing that, some of them, or Sam has. They are brilliant people. And the reviews, by the way, again, they are excellent, rated excellent based on 2,000 reviews on Trustpilot. Here is Doreen from Glasgow, who says, quick and easy way to sell gold. Sold some gold earrings that hadn't worn for 20 years. Was happy with the offer, was more than I was expecting to be offered. Nice extra cash for jewellery that I'm never going to wear again. Good communication and payment received same day as the phone call with the offer. Isn't that brilliant? And then Mary said, delighted. She's from Lanark. Once again, I was delighted at the ease of the process. An offer was very quickly provided and in my bank the same day. No hassle. Really excellent customer service. And just bear in mind that it's such an easy process. It's all free from start to finish. There's no obligation to sell your items. Essentially, what you're doing is Post Cash for Gold are giving you a free valuation of your jewellery. So maybe you just want to know. Maybe you don't know if your gold is even really gold. Well, that's not a problem either. You bung it in the envelope because they'll test it. They have special machinery to test whether it's real gold, and you might find it is and you get an offer, or you might find it's just costume jewellery and worthless, and then if you want that sent back, you will pay a small amount of money to have it sent back to you, or they can dispose of it for you, and they'll do that free of charge. So look at this, £1,642 a customer from Edinburgh got for those, a couple of bangles and a couple of bits and bobs in there, and that happened to be 22 carat gold. That one ring that's in 22 carat gold, £567. But remember, if they'd done that through Shop on TV and our partnership with Post Gold for Cash, they would have got an additional 10% on top of that valuation. So the Edinburgh customer would have got £164.20 extra, and the Leicester customer would have got £56.70 extra, just by going through us. So again, do's and don'ts, very important. What should you send? What shouldn't you send? The basic rule of thumb is it has to be a precious metal. Now, we've listed all the gold here, but it could be gold, platinum, silver, it could be palladium, it could even be iridium if you've got any. So as long as it is when I say solid, I mean a real precious metal item, not plated in, not some kind of mystery metal or nickel or whatever it may be, even silver. If it's plated, it's worthless, unfortunately. But if it's real gold, now it might even be 9 carat gold. The gold, because 9 carat gold is 37.5% pure gold, right? 14 karat gold is, was it 52.5%? 18 karat gold is 75% pure gold. And so it's the gold that's in those pieces of metal that is what has value. So it does not matter what gold quality you've got, as long as it is actual gold, or again, actual silver, solid silver, 925 for example, or platinum. And if you don't know, it doesn't matter. Like I said, send in what you've got. You might not know whether it's 9 carat, 14 carat. You know, there are a lot of people in there. 14 carat gold is actually most associated with the United States, but there are a lot of places. I'm on the original shopping channel I used to work for, because they were an American company, or the mothership, if you like, is an American company. A lot of the gold that we sold back in the 90s and the early 2000s was 14 karat gold, but you may not know. Most Indian gold, for example, is 22 karat golds, and that actually is almost entirely pure gold. The reason golds are alloyed is because gold is a very soft metal. You wouldn't really want to wear 24 karat gold. If you had a ring that was 24 karat gold, you could squeeze it and it would bend. So 22 karat gold, even that's really pushing it. But 9 karat gold is mixed with other metals that make it stronger. And also, if it's mixed with copper, it becomes rose gold. If it's mixed with silver, then or other white metals, it's white gold. So the color of the gold is irrelevant, because it's the gold that's in there. And they test it. They have all different kinds of amazing machinery. But there's even a handheld device these days that can literally just zap the piece of jewelry and tell them straight away what it is.
So what we would use is the Thermo Scientific.
Gosh.
And it's quite weighty. I don't know if you want
Let me
to...
put that back. Oh, it is weighty.
Yeah.
So you'll point at the piece of the jewellery.
Yeah. So basically, we will hold the piece of jewellery across the end of it.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, and then we hold it. So it's almost like, imagine going for an X-ray at the hospital.
Ah, right, and then it
The X-ray
tells
allows you to go through and see the bones.
Inside.
This then basically tells us what the metal content is
Oh,
in there,
wow.
and what sort of percentages.
Very, very
Wow.
Wow.
This feels very expensive.
It is very expensive.
So I'm going to
yes.
pass that
Don't
back.
drop
Okay. I'll pass
So
it to
even
Steve.
if it's not hallmarked, you sort of know, well, I'm sure it is gold, but I can't find it. Or if you look at hallmark and you're like me, all seems to just blur into one, and you're like, I'm not sure if those numbers mean anything. Send it into you, and you
Absolutely.
can always discover what
Yep.
it is.
Yeah, and if you've got a mixture of stuff, chuck it all in the bag. Some people will put it into individual bags or things like that. It's our job. You just want ease. So put it into one of these packs, send it in to us, we'll deal with it from our end.
So it doesn't matter how many items you put in, as
not
long as
all
it fits in there.
You could send a single earring in if that's all you've got and you want to give it a go. If you've got other items, then just pop it all into us.
I find it really exciting when a customer sends in a pack and they put in a little envelope no value things that they think it's no value.
And it is.
Yes.
And I've observed Sam with her special gun and then it comes up as gold, 18 carat.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden there's an extra £400 in the offer.
Yeah.
And I just find that really exciting
Oh,
for the
that's-
customer.
yeah. That'd
be
That they
great.
didn't expect to get that offer.
I bet that's often the way. I think sometimes
Absolutely.
you look at something and think it is,
So we
that's
do
worth
the
a
work
fortune.
for them. We make it as
And
easy as
yeah.
possible.
I love that. Easy as possible. And what Sam said there as well is that it's their job to do all the work. For you, it is simple, it is straightforward, and it is quick. So you order a free selling pack. That is on our website, shopontv.co.uk. If you want to read more about the whole service and everything else and the terms and conditions, you can go directly to that link, which is our website, shopontv.co.uk/gold. That is a permanent landing page. So even if you tell friends about this later, or you'd sort of wake up later on today and think, actually, you know what? I have got some gold I think I'm going to sell. You can go to that link directly, or you can go to our regular product page and you can put the item number in it, which is at the top, 671236. You can put that into the website. You can call the call centre at 03333241 You can quote that item number to them. And remember, you will not part with a single penny. It will cost you zero. to get your absolutely guaranteed 100% totally and utterly free gold selling pack. And when it comes to you, this is the gold selling pack. It'll probably have a paper clip on it. You're going to get an bag, and this is a padded bag, and it's specifically sized to ensure that the items you put in there will be roughly covered by the insurance that comes automatically with the package, which is £750. However, you might have some items that you know are 14 or 18 or 22 karat gold. In which case, maybe you're thinking, actually, I think my stuff's worth a bit more than that. So you can pay at the post office counter for additional insurance up to £2,500. Now, it'll cost you between £3 and £10, depending on what level you choose to go for. However, when you decide to then sell your gold to Post Cash for Gold, once you receive your valuation, they will refund whatever you paid for the added insurance. And if you say, no, I've decided not to sell, I want my items back, in that case, no, they won't refund what you paid for the added insurance. So the most that it might cost you is a tenner, but they will return your items and insure it at the same level that you insured it to send it to them, which is, I think, absolutely superb. I mean, this is just honestly, one of the best services we've ever encountered. That's why out of all of the ones that are out there, Shop on TV chose Post Gold for Cash to be partners with. Now, you're also going to get one of these. This is a special guaranteed delivery. You'll see it says at the top, guaranteed delivery by 1 p.m. the next day. So as long as you get this to the post office by the time it closes, it doesn't matter what time it closes. If your post office opens, till 10 o'clock, I don't know if they do, it's still guaranteed next day delivery. So, but you must, under any circumstance, go to the post office physically with your package. The reason for that is twofold. Number one, they're going to weigh it, because when Post Gold for Cash receive this package, they're going to weigh it as well, just to make sure the weights match, just so that nothing's gone missing in transit, right? Number two, the barcode that comes on your label, or instead the label that is a barcode that's on the envelope, it'll arrive with that. They can scan that and ask the post office to scan the barcode. They will give you a physical receipt, which is your proof of delivery. So if it did for any reason go missing, you can say, well, no, look, I've got proof of delivery. So that's on you, not on, you know what I mean? Well, it's not on you, it's on the post office. And secondly, it's your tracking information. So you can make sure that your package, by going to the post office website, putting in the tracking number, and it will tell you when it's delivered the next day. And 99% of the time it arrives the next day. Look, if there are postal strikes and, who knows, just some things happened. There are a few occasions when it could conceivably arrive a little bit later than 1 p.m. the next day. But in the majority of cases, it says guaranteed by 1 p.m. Now, also on your envelope, in the bottom part, there's going to be a little sticker that Post Gold for Cash will have added, and that is linked to your customer information. So remember, we do not ever sell or share your personal information ever. So if you sign up for an account with Shop on TV, which is free, we never sell your address or your phone number or email address to marketers, to third-party marketers. It's 100% private and secure on our systems, our very sophisticated IT systems. Post Gold for Cash also never sell your information on to anybody else. So you're in a totally secure loop. The only your information, the only thing we transmit it, or people we transmit it to, are Post Gold for Cash, right? So you place an order for your pack, like you're buying a regular product. You add it to your basket, you check it out, and it doesn't cost you anything, and then this will come to you. Just order the one pack, because basically if you've got a lot of jewellery, if you ordered multiple packs and they sent you multiple packs, they would be for different consignment numbers. So they'd be individual separate valuations, which is why they don't do it. Even if you put in 20 packs, they're only going to send you one. If you can't fit everything into this, you call them, and all their information is on the welcome letter that comes with your pack, and they will then send you additional packs that are linked to the same consignment number, so that all the jewellery you send, no matter how many extra packs you need, in the total number of packs you send them, it's all valued as one valuation. Does that make sense? And on this welcome letter, it's got all their contact information, and it's also got the do's and the don'ts of what to send, what not to send. And finally, you actually get a little form. This has got your customer information. You just fill in that, simple, name, address, telephone number, email, the number of items you're sending, your bank information where you want the money transferred to when you accept their offer. If you accept their offer, there's no obligation, you don't have to. And you sign and date. That's it. Fold that, stick that in with the envelope. Try and remember to put it in there, but if for any reason you forget, it doesn't matter, because like I said, the little label that they'll stick on the bottom of the envelope links to your information that you've put through your order with anyway, so they will be able to find you. So that's the process. You send it, you take it to the post office, and that is it. And when your package arrives, there is a step-by-step process that is followed by Post Gold for Cash. So you've got a unique customer reference number. The valuers open your package after it's been weighed and check that they don't even open it until they've weighed it to make sure it matches the post office. Because if there's any discrepancy and it's, you know, it weighs less, if it weighs more, I don't know, somebody snuck some extra stuff in transit, I don't think that would ever happen. So that's number one. But after they've verified that the weights match, they open your package and they check the contents against the priority valuation form. Then different metals and grades of metals are separated, tested and weighed to establish the total value of your items, and that's always going to be based on the value of gold that day as well, because it's a market, it fluctuates. Sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down. You know, if you happen to be watching the trends of gold, and you start to see, or you've heard and read in the news or something, oh, gold's going up today, or it's gone up, you know, it's shot up, that would be a really good time to send off your package, right? And then you are contacted by Post Gold for Cash with your offer. If you accept the offer, then they will agree with your preferred payment method. So it could be the bank details you put on the form. It could be that maybe you decide, you change your mind and actually I want to send it to a different bank account or to a friend or a loved one's bank account. You can even request actual cash if you want. There are some extra steps to get the cash, and it takes a little bit longer to get it ordered and sent to you. But full terms and conditions and information about that's on our website at shopontv.co.uk/gold. And if, for any reason, you decide not to accept the offer, your items will be returned to you free of charge at the cost of Post Gold for Cash. Free to get your selling pack. Free to send your selling pack to Post Gold for Cash. Free to get a valuation of your items, and then free to get your items back if you decide not to accept the offer. And remember, you can accept none of it. You can just say, I want it all back. Or you can say, actually, keep the bangle and the bracelet or the watch or whatever it may be, but I want so and so and so and so back. So you can have some of the items returned to you, again free of charge, as long as they are precious metals. If you send a load of stuff in and some of it turns out to be costume jewellery that's essentially worthless, then you can have it sent back to you, but you would have to pay a small surcharge to have that done, or they will dispose of it for you free of charge. So that's the decision is yours. As long as you make sure you're putting real metal into your package, and if you're not sure, that doesn't matter, that's fine too, because you can stick whatever you think is gold or silver or platinum or whatever in there, and they'll test it anyway and they'll tell you. So it's a great way of finding out, A, if your items are real metal, real precious metals, and what grade they are too, and what they're worth, and then you decide whether you want to take the offer or not. Right, so here is an amazing story about somebody who was very happy. I think is it Steve? So actually Steve from Post Cash for Gold, I think he started as a customer and then ended up working for the company. Here's his story.
When I first got involved, one of my friends asked me would I do some mystery shopping on the gold business, the gold selling industry, online stuff. So I've done some mystery shopping before, which I really enjoyed, and I love giving a bit of feedback. So I looked into about half a dozen, 7 or 8 companies, and I looked at Post Gold for Cash, and I looked at their process, and it was really simple, really easy to do, and I gave them very detailed feedback. And I chose that one company to send some of my items.
Right.
That I had inherited-ish. There was a few items that my auntie and uncle, God bless them, they left, and I didn't know what to do with them. They were gathering dust, and I was like, yeah. And actually, I sent the pieces in, and I didn't expect much, maybe £100, £150, and I think I got over £400 for the pieces that I sent through. Brilliant. And I just found the process so easy. from personal experience as a customer, I then chose to choose them as my trusted partner I want to do business with. They were very trustworthy, very easy to work with, and I accepted the offer. What I then chose to do was to buy a plaque for a bench in the local crematorium.
How lovely.
And so actually, when the weather's nice or even when it's raining, I like to go and sit up there.
Yeah.
I really enjoy that much more than seeing a bit of gold sitting in a drawer beside my bed.
Oh, not even seeing it.
So, and actually it's got a little quote from Uncle George, Uncle Georgie boy, and it's got his little quote, and it was, I can't remember, what was it? Oh, I'll remember his quote later. But I think he said, go steady. He used to say, go steady.
Bless.
So I put it on the quote, go steady on the plaque, and it's his name and my Auntie Sheila.
Oh, lovely.
Love them dearly.
And
that's
means
what I use the money
so
for.
much more.
It means it makes my hairs.
It makes my hairs go on.
And I found, out of all the mystery shopping I did, I found Post Gold for Cash to be the most trustworthy. I found them easy to work with, and personally, I found the prices great.
And then went to work for them, which is so
absolutely,
doesn't it?
And I then enjoy sharing that experience of being a mystery shopper with the customers I speak to.
Of course, yeah.
Because I've got that lived experience, and I say, well, I did this and I did that, and I took photos of my stuff because I thought someone in the post office, someone might take it by accident, or might get it lost. So I wanted my own evidence. So I encourage people to do that as well.
Yeah.
But the trust was there. When I spoke to colleagues like Sam and others in the office, it was so easy to do business with.
Steve, you should tell that story again about your initial...
Yeah. So sometimes it's a hard decision to choose to part with some bits.
Of course.
But when it's just sitting there, you're thinking, it's gathering dust. And you just change the mindset. What else could I do with it?
Yeah.
So I chose to turn these few extra pieces from my amazing Auntie Sheila and Uncle George, and I posted them into Post Gold. I received just under £400, and I invested in a plaque. You get a 10-year lease at the local crematorium.
Oh,
so I know their plaque is on there for 10 years, and it's a beautiful little memorial to them both. And their little quote says, go steady. So I sit on that bench and I think of them both, and it says, go steady. And it's like, any day of the week, I'd rather that sit there than sit in my drawer next to the bed.
That means so much more to you.
Incredibly. Jewellery. And once again, it makes the hairs on my arm.
It does me every time.
You know, because and they would be so happy. And we all get little messages with feathers and robins and stuff. And I go and sit on that bench, and I often see a robin. And they used to talk about their robins all the time. And, you know, and I love that connection.
Amazing story. And actually, I was thinking of some sort of ideas myself here that, you know, maybe you're just struggling at the moment. A lot of people are struggling, the cost of living, you know, crisis and all that sort of thing. And maybe you've just got old stuff lying around that you don't wear anymore. And actually, Steve was saying there, great example that he inherited some jewellery from somebody who'd passed on. And maybe you too have inherited some jewellery and you just don't know what to do with it. It's not something that you personally would necessarily wear or gift to somebody else, but it is it's an intrinsic value that's just sitting in a box or a drawer or somewhere. So it's your way of liquidating that money to help you use it for more useful things. If the jewelry is worth more to you as money than jewelry, then this is a good reason to sell. But also, no, I am not a financial advisor. I'm not giving you any financial advice here whatsoever. This is purely my personal opinion that I'm sharing with you. And that is, if you were to liquidate your gold by selling it to Post Cash for Gold and accepting the offer, and you receive that money, if you gave that as a charitable donation, if that's, and a lot of people like to do that with things that are going on in the world. Our producer is incredibly charitable with her money at the moment to help various people around the world who are suffering. And that also then, because it's charitable donations, become they're a tax deduction, aren't they? So you can deduct them. For some people, you'd have to look into that. I don't know exactly if you're self-employed or whatever. So perhaps there's a tax benefit as well. There is all I'm saying as well. I don't know the ins and outs of it. I'm not an accountant or an expert, but it's something. Or you buy, you know, you take the jewelry of the person that you know, if you've inherited that, and you do something nice like the bench, Steve's bench, in memoriam. What a great way of turning that jewellery into something that in a sense means more than the jewellery itself did, just again, sitting in a box or the bottom of a drawer. It's totally free to do it. Free to get your gold selling pack. You get everything you need. You get your foam baggie for your jewellery. You get your priority mailer. You get your form, and you also get your instructions. All of that free of charge. Free to then send your jewellery into Post Cash for Gold. You then get a free expert evaluation, and then you will be contacted. And told what that evaluation is. If you choose to accept it, the money is put into your account, usually the same day, or you can even request cash, which takes a little bit longer, but you can actually get physical money sent to you if that's something you prefer. And if you, for any reason, you say no, you change your mind, you don't want to sell your items, then everything is returned back to you, also free of charge. You never spend a penny anywhere. That didn't sound right, did it? It never costs you anything. The only time you would potentially pay a little extra is if you felt that your items were worth more than the £750 insurance that comes standard with this envelope. If you wanted to insure them for a higher amount, up to £2,500, you do that at the post office counter. It costs you between £3 and £10, depending on the level. And if you sell your items to Post Cash for Gold, they refund that anyway. So still, if you end up accepting the valuation, the whole journey has cost you nothing. You've taken your jewellery, you've turned it into money and potentially into actual cash. Right, so that's Freeview done, ladies and gentlemen, and ITV and STV are about to join the party, so things are about to get busy. I'll see you in a moment. Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Shop on TV with me, Rob Locke, with an E. I have a question for you. Would you like some money? Would you like to turn unwanted jewellery, gold, silver, platinum items into cash? Well, if the answer to that question is yes, maybe you have unwanted jewellery, something that's been gifted to you that you never really liked very much and are never ever going to wear. Maybe you've inherited items that are just not something that fits with your personal style, and they're sitting in a drawer or jewellery box doing nothing but gathering dust. Maybe you've got a pair of earrings, but one of them's gone missing, so it's an earring. Maybe you've got an old ring that it was a gemstone ring and some of the stones have fallen out. Maybe you've just got things lying around that again, you never wear, you never use, you don't really want. I had an old gold pen, never use it. I don't even use a pen anymore. So, maybe it's a watch that's broken, doesn't work anymore, but the case or the strap are made of gold. If you've got gold, if you've got silver, if you've got platinum, and by the way, it can be rose gold, yellow gold, white gold, doesn't matter what the colour of gold is, as long as it's real gold or a real precious metal, you can potentially within 48 hours turn that into money with Post Gold for Cash. Now, we have partnered with Post Gold for Cash because we believe that they are the best online gold buying company out there. They have an excellent review on Trustpilot based on 2,000 customers. Over 2,700 customers have used the service. They are a trusted UK scrap gold buyer, and they promise to match any price offered by other online gold retailers. And for all the terms and conditions, check out our website, shopontv.co.uk/gold. It is a fast, easy and no obligation service. At no stage is there any obligation for you to actually accept their valuation, accept their offer and sell your gold. If you change your mind, you get all your items sent back to you for free. You get to send the gold to them absolutely for free. And what you're essentially doing is you are getting a free expert valuation of your gold or precious metal items, and an offer that you can either then choose to accept or you can decline. And the experienced gold valuers at Post Gold for Cash, They will discover what your gold is worth. They will communicate that to you. And if you want them to buy it and give you money, and not just money that's transferred to your bank account, that's the standard way that it's done. You could even request actual physical cash to be sent to you if you so desire. And all the information about that is on our website at shopontv.co.uk/gold. Remember, this is a service that's offered by Post Gold for Cash. However, with the partnership that we have with them, Shop on TV, Post Gold for Cash, working together for your and everybody's benefit, there are some extras that come with that deal, if you want to call it that. Number one, once you've had your precious metals, your gold items, whatever they may be, valued, if you choose to accept that offer, and again, there's no obligation to do so, but if you do, you say, yep, I want to sell it, you will only and exclusively by going through Shop on TV get an extra 10% on top of your valuation. So let's say, for example, your gold's valued at £1,000. You would get, if you went straight to Post Gold for Cash through their website, you get £1,000. If you do it, and when you do it through Shop on TV, you get an extra 10%. 10% of 1,000 is 100. So you would get £1,100, and there's no limit to that 10%. So if you had your gold valued at £10,000, you'd make another £1,000, and so on and so forth. So you're making more money by going through Shop on TV and our partnership with Post Gold for Cash. Also, you are, as you can see here, entered for free into not one, not two, but 3 prize draws. So one of them is an ITV1 and STV live show special prize draw that gives you the chance to win up to £500. Now the closing date for that and the other draws is the 24th of December. However, we actually still have an active draw going at the moment from our previous show, which closes on October 31st. So actually, if you get your items in by October 31st, you'll be included in the earlier draw. But don't worry if you miss that, because then you'll just automatically go into the next one, which closes on the 24th of December. The further draw gives you a chance to win £500 worth of credit to spend on anything you like from Shop on TV. So a £500 voucher, essentially. And you're also going to be entered into Post Gold for Cash's regular £500 prize draw. And again, also that closes on the 24th of December. So you have not one, but 3 chances to win. Now, look, it's unlikely that you'll win all 3, but, you know, stranger things have happened, I suppose. But you may win 1. You may win 2, or you may win none. But the fact is, it costs you nothing to be entered. Free is the name of the game here. This is what I love about this. You're getting everything you want without any work whatsoever for free. And at the end of the day, what you may end up doing more, and this is the important bit, is actually making some money out of your unwanted jewellery, or not just jewellery, anything that is made out of gold or another precious metal. It's up to you to whether you sell that or not. If the items are worth more to you as the items, then don't sell them. If the cash is worth, or the money is worth more to you than the items, then this is the time to use this trusted UK service, and also the trusted partnership between Post Gold for Cash and Shop on TV. I'll walk you through the whole thing in a moment. In fact, can I do a quick summary now, Leslie? Do you mind? Essentially, you just go to shopontv.co.uk, you click on a banner, or you go straight to the link shopontv.co.uk/gold, or you can even put in the item number that we provide, and that will give you the opportunity to order your free gold selling pack. Right? Add that to your basket. So if we click on it, it will take you to the product page. You put it in your basket, and then you check out as normal. However, it will cost you £0 for your free pack, £0 postage and packing. You won't be asked for any credit card information. You won't be asked for anything at all. You can check out as a guest. You don't have to sign up to an account with Shop on TV, even though that is free. And what you will receive is a bag to put your items into. You'll receive a first-class priority mailer that guarantees delivery to Post Cash for Gold by 1 p.m. the next day. This you have to take to the post office. I'll talk more about that in a moment, okay? So you put that inside there. You're going to get a welcome letter which tells you what they buy, what they don't buy. It's got all their contact information on it as well, so you can contact them at any point if you need help, if you need advice before you send your package back, if you need to change your mind about anything. Well, if you need to talk to them, their customer service is stellar and they're there to be talked to. And you also get your form, your name, your address, your phone number, your email, how many items you're including, your bank details for where you want the money to go, sign-in date. And by the way, even if you put your bank details in there and you change your mind at a later point, not a problem, you can just tell them. They'll send the money to wherever you want the money sent to. Fold that in half, stick it into the bag with your jewellery and send it back. If for any reason you forget, doesn't matter, because when you receive your mailer, it will have a little sticker down the bottom which is linked to your unique customer reference number. So even if the form has been forgotten, they can still find you. But remember, you don't put this in the post box, you take it to the post office. They will weigh it and they will also scan the barcode and give you a receipt, which is your proof of purchase and your tracking number, so you know when the item has arrived at Post Gold for Cash. As soon as they get it, and 99% of the time this is delivered literally the next day, you could have money in your account because they'll value it generally the same day and get in touch with you. And if you accept the offer the same day, you could have the money in your account the same day too. You could literally turn your unwanted jewellery or other gold and precious metal items into money, into cash, within 48 hours. If that's what you so desire to do. So more about that in a moment. If you've got any questions at all, we are live. I know, honestly, that I've made sure I know everything about this service. So please drop me an email, studio@shopontv.co.uk. If you have any question before you get your free gold selling pack, remember, no obligation, free to get the pack, free to send it back, free to get the valuation, and if you choose not to accept the offer, free to get the items returned to you. Free, 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 free. Costs you zero. And here is an example of what it could look like if you were to sell your gold.
You've got the odd earrings and rings. Stones missing. Perfect. Send it in. Back of a watch. Something like
Could
that.
we move that?
Can I just
very
grab that out
technical
your
gun.
way?
We'll talk you through that in a moment. Lovely.
You've obviously got white gold, yellow gold. There is no difference. It's just the colour. So the gold content would still be either 9, 14, 18. That's still the same. So the colour makes no odds. I mean, for example, this little box here, what do you think that may well be worth? I mean,
it's a little treasure trove there, isn't it?
I don't know. It's really tricky, isn't it?
Because I don't think a lot of people realise how valuable gold is.
No.
And that constant, well, it's been constant, the way it's gone up and up and up, hasn't it? And we'll show you examples of that as we go through. So you want us to guess?
I want you to guess.
The value of this box.
Oh, gosh.
I'm going to go £300. Higher or lower, Hayley? Higher or lower for the game?
Oh, I'm gonna go higher.
Okay, where are you going?
Oh, have I got to pick a number?
Yeah.
I thought I could just go higher and win. I'm gonna go
a few
425.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's very precise.
300, 425.
Okay, so
Have we got
grab
a reveal?
a little
big
reveal there.
in here.
You ready?
Dun, dun, dun. Can't turn it around.
Sorry.
Can't get hold of it. Oh, hang on. Approximately £750 worth.
By the way, that was Sam and Steve from Post Gold for Cash, along with, of course, our Shop on TV presenters extraordinaire, Sean and Hayley. That was just a little excerpt, and we have excerpts from our previous show that we'll drop in, so you can hear it straight from the horse's mouth, so to speak, exactly what the service is all about, why it's we consider it to be the preeminent trusted UK source for scrap jewellery. And again, I will answer any questions you have too. So here, let me give you a little bit more information here. So you get your pack, you get your welcome letter, you get your valuation, or you get your form rather, your contact details form. You get your bag, and you get your envelope. Now, this envelope, when you send it, the minute it arrives, it automatically carries £750 worth of insurance. So here is some information you need to know. Number one, if you believe that your jewellery is worth, or your items are worth more than £750, maybe you know that it's maybe 18 karat gold and it could be worth more, you can, at the post office counter, ask them to increase the level of insurance by £1,000 or up to £2,500. You do that at the post office counter. Now that will cost you £3 to £10. You do pay that up front. However, if you choose to accept the offer from PostGold to cash, they will refund you whatever you've paid for the extra insurance. If you decide not to accept the offer and have the item sent back to you, all right, yes, you're out £3 to £10, but PostGold for cash will return the items to you with the same level of insurance that you paid for, which I think is fabulous. Now, if you think your items are worth more than £2,500, then you need to send them in separate Royal Mail envelopes. Now, the thing is, at Shop on TV, please, there's no point in ordering more than one pack, except for one caveat that I'll talk about later. Because even if you put 20 in your basket and check them out, they'll only send you one. The reason is that on your mailer, you're going to have, I mentioned down the bottom, a little label, which is linked to your unique customer reference number. Now, if they sent you out 4 packs, they'd come with 4 different reference numbers, and they'd all be processed separately. So if you want to, let's say, for example, this bag is not enough to send all the items back that you want to sell, or you think the items are worth more than £2,500, then you're going to separate the consignments, but call PostGold for cash. The number is on the letter, and ask them for additional mailers, because they will all be linked to the same consignment number, which means no matter how many of these extras you request and you send in, they will all be processed as one valuation that you can accept in one go, rather than lots of different transactions, if that makes sense. We have our first email. Dan from Oxford. Hi, how are you, Dan? Hope you're well. Had a lovely holiday. I did. Thank you very much. I struggled to come back, I'll be honest. What if I send multiple items and only want some of them sold and want some back? Is it possible? Absolutely it is. So this is the thing. You are under zero obligation, Dan and others, to sell anything. So you can either sell nothing, you can sell everything, or you can say, actually, you know what? I've changed my mind. I don't want to sell the ring or the watch or the paper clip, if it's a gold one, whatever it happens to be. And you can sell the bits you do want. They will give you a new valuation just for those bits. And the pieces you want sent back will be sent back to you free of charge. The only caveat is this. If you send in jewellery that is not precious metal, so let's say some costume jewellery, and they will test it and they will find out, obviously, it's costume jewellery and has no intrinsic value to them. If you want that sent back, there is a small charge to have non-precious metal sent back. But if it's a precious metal and you don't want to sell it anymore, maybe you've accidentally put the wife's wedding ring in the pack, and he's like, where's my wedding ring? And oh no, what am I going to do? Again, that you're under no obligation. It's not an automated process, because PostGold for cash do it all manually. These are experts that are, the first thing they do when they get your package, they're going to weigh it to make sure it matches the weight that is sent to them by the post office, because the post office, the first thing they'll do is weigh your package to make sure that nothing's gone missing in transit. And the minute they know then those two match, they will open your pack, they will go through it, it will go straight to their expert valuers, who will sort through it, they will grade it, they have machinery, literally special devices to be able to test the metals to find out, A, that they are gold or silver or platinum or palladium or iridium or any of the precious metals. And also what quality they are. Are they 9 carat? Are they 14, 22 or 18, 22 or 24? And it doesn't matter if you've got 9 carat gold, because 9 carat gold is still 37.5% pure gold. 18 carat gold is 75% pure gold. 24 carat is obviously 100% pure gold. So they can determine the exact amount of precious metal in whatever item you send, and they will give you a valuation based on the price of gold, the market price of gold that day. And bear in mind, gold has gone up a lot even over the last year. Now, it is fluctuating. It does go up and down. It is a commodity. It is a market. But here is just 1 year. This is from the LBMA, which is the London Bullion Market Association. It's an official organisation for London for bullion, and you can see how much that is the price of gold has increased. If you looked at that over 10 years, 15, 20, 100 years, I mean, it's a steep curve. I mean, I remember like 9-carat gold bracelets that I bought back in the 90s. For a decent sized bracelet, about 150 quid. I mean, you'd add a zero to that these days. And this is the thing. Maybe you've got a whole load of old jewellery. Now, I took mine to a pawnbroker years ago. I had 2 bracelets, 2 necklaces. I had a sovereign, a half sovereign, a signet ring with a bit of onyx in it, and I also had, after I got separated from my ex-wife, I had a wedding ring with some diamonds in it, and I got virtually nothing for it. The thing is, no, I'm certainly not knocking pawnbrokers, but it's a different service. They generally are accepting your items, and they're technically loaning you money, which may or may not carry interest. And then if you want those items back, you have to repay the loan. It's essentially a loan, right? If you don't, then there is a risk that you lose those items. With Post Gold for Cash, it is a simple buy-sell transaction. You send in the gold for free. They evaluate it for free. Then you basically say, yes, I want to accept your offer. And if you do, you get the money. That's it. You've sold the gold to them. You've got the money for it. Simple. And you can even get real cash if you so desire. So you order your free gold selling pack, which has everything you need included. You send it back via the prepaid special delivery envelope. That's free, and again includes £750 worth of insurance. And then it gets evaluated by experts for free, and they'll tell you what it's worth, what they're prepared to pay for it. You either say yes and get the money, all of the money, or you say no, you get it sent back to you free within 24 hours if you're not happy, or, as Dan was asking, if you want to send some of it back and sell some of it, they can do that too. Even if you put different bank details on your form and you decide, actually, I want it in this account or that account, or I want it to go to a friend's or a relative's or a loved one's account, it's never too late. You can call them at any stage in the process, and you're going to talk to them before you accept anything anyway. So if you change your mind about any single thing at any point in the process, you can tell them. There's no obligation. You're not stuck the minute you send the package. Oh, that's it. It's gone, done. There's nothing you can do about it. You have recourse at every step of the way. So order the free gold selling pack now on our website, shopontv.co.uk/gold, or call the call centre. So we've added this as like a product, 03333241 and if you need the item number, it's on the screen there on the top left, 671236. You can put that in the website, you can mention it to the call centre, and they'll be able to find you the free gold selling pack and have it sent to you straight away. Once you've got the pack, fill out the form. I'll show you all of this in a minute. Put your items in the padded envelope, into the prepaid mailer, and take it to your post office. This is essential. Please, under no circumstances, put this in a red post box. You have to take it to the post office, to a post office branch, because they will weigh it, number one, so that Post Gold for Cash can verify the same weight when it arrives at their premises. And number two, the barcode will be scanned, and that will be, you'll get a receipt, a physical printed receipt that is your proof of purchase. If you don't have a proof of receipt and it got lost for any reason, I mean, it doesn't happen very often, but it could, you've got no recourse. So get a receipt. And secondly, that receipt is also your tracking information. So you can literally go to the post office website, put in the tracking number, and you can see that it's arrived by, as it says here, guaranteed by 1 p.m. the next day. And again, down here, Post Gold for Cash will have added a little sort of stickery thing that is linked to your unique customer reference number. So even if you forget to put the form in with the bag, they can still find you. Your items are safe. You can still continue and complete the process. Simple as that. Here's what they accept. Here's what they don't accept. Again, the rule of thumb is pretty simple. It has to be a precious metal. So we've listed gold here: coins, earrings, necklaces, chains, bracelets and bangles, pendants, rings and brooches. But it might be a gold watch strap. It might be, if you've got a gold watch that's a gold case and a gold watch strap. Or even just the back of an old gold watch that's gold and the watch doesn't work anymore. If it's gold, if it's silver, they accept silver. Again, as long as it's real silver. They accept platinum as long as it's real platinum. They accept palladium as long as it's real palladium. But it's essentially any precious metal. If it is plated, if it's anything that is plated in gold or silver or any other kind of metal, it is not of value to them. So copper or copper nickel coins, foreign currency, fashion watches, costume jewelry, rolled gold jewelry, gold plated, metal core, pinchback or silver plated jewelry, electroplated nickel, silver tableware or cutlery. Now, if it's solid silver, that's different. If it's solid, silver knife and fork, but if it's plated, no good. Pewter or crystal, no good. As long as it's a precious metal. Now, a lot of you are probably thinking, well, what if I've got gemstones? Well, if you've got gemstones in, let's say it's a ring, if it's diamonds, if they're real diamonds, they will process the diamonds. If it's anything else other than a diamond, they will not. Now, there are two ways you can deal with this. Number one, you can either have the gemstones popped out by a jeweler, or do it yourself if you feel like it. It doesn't matter if you bend the metal because you're selling it anyway, right? Or if you do send it into them, you can either have it returned because you go, oh, actually, I want to keep it because it's got gemstones in it. Or if they're not particularly precious gemstones, they will dispose of them for you free of charge. So them is the rules. It's very, very simple. But what we're going to do, obviously I've given you my take on this. I will answer any questions you have. I don't care how silly you may think they are. I want you to be happy. You will be, and I'll make sure of it. Just drop me an email, studio@shopontv.co.uk, or you can go to our webpage, click on the live banner, and there's a web box, a message box. You can send us directly a message there. We can't reply to that one, but I can obviously get the message and answer you on the television. And but if you need an actual response from our producer Leslie by email, then email is the way to go. studio@shopontv.co.uk. studio@shopontv.co.uk. They've been around for since 2009, 16 years. Sam, who you're about to hear from, has worked for them for 15 of those years. They are one of the UK's most trusted, we believe the most trusted, scrap metal or online gold buyer. And we have done an exclusive deal with them that whatever your valuation is that they would give you normally if you went directly to them, you get an extra 10% on top. Extra. And you get included in the 3 prize draws for free, where you can win up to £500 for each. And if any other service similar to Post Gold for Cash offers you more, then they will match it. And again, for all the terms and conditions and everything that you need to know about all of that, everything I've told you, everything we're telling you, just go to shopontv.co.uk/gold. And you'll notice this is not terms and conditions like little fine print where it's like, that things are being hidden that you don't want to know about. Everything here is transparent, open, honest, with full integrity and trust. It's all just common sense stuff. So, for example, 99% of the envelopes, they are guaranteed by Royal Mail to get there by 1 p.m. the next day. Maybe there's a storm, maybe there's a strike. Who knows? Sometimes that might not happen. It might take longer. Generally speaking, you will get your money, you get your evaluation done the day they receive the envelope, and if you accept it that day, you could have the money the same day as well. It may take longer. It may take you longer to decide whether you're going to sell or not. So there are certain variables, but in general, if you want right now potentially to turn unwanted jewellery or other precious items made of precious metals, gold, silver, platinum, palladium, etc., you could turn that from being unwanted into cash, or certainly money in your bank, within about 48 hours. And it's all free to do it. Costs you absolutely nothing unless you elect to get some additional insurance on your package, but even that's refunded when you accept the offer. So here's the kind of official introduction from the folks from Post Gold for Cash. This was our very first launch show with Sean and Hayley, and they'll tell you all about who they are and everything else you need to know. And we've got other great clips, and any questions you have, I think we'll cover everything. Just keep watching for the next half an hour or so. But you've got to check out your basket. You've got to put one of these gold sending packs in your basket, and you've got to check out as normal. You can check out as a guest. You can check out, you can either create an account or log into your account if you're already an existing customer, and that will be sent to you free of charge. Free price, free postage and packing, no payment information required whatsoever. But you have to check out. So why don't you do that now when you find out even more about Post Gold for Cash?
The company was established in 2009. Obviously, just the concept of somebody came up with the idea of sending in your gold and getting cash. I mean, it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
And
there was nothing like it then, was there, really?
No, not really. We are one of the longest that have been running.
And you've been there very much since the start?
I've been there 15 years. I appreciate I don't look old enough.
Started very young.
Very young, toddler. So yeah, and I've really enjoyed it. I started actually making the calls.
Okay.
So I would call the customer with the offer for the items that they've sent in. Thoroughly enjoyed that. And then I kind of started thinking, well, actually, I want to have a look at these things and I want to see a little bit more about that and learn about that.
Open the
side of it.
envelopes.
That's it. It is absolutely. I had an auntie who had just the most magnificent jewellery box, and you would sit there picking through it. So this is just absolutely awesome.
The same
How
sort of thing.
fabulous. So you've just grown with the company then, really?
Absolutely. And I thoroughly enjoy it. And there's something new every day that comes into it.
Oh, but it's so exciting when you get that package.
Very exciting. It's not so exciting when you get the teeth.
Oh!
We will take them. Send them in.
Still gold.
What, with the gold filling?
Yes,
gold.
In the dental packet. We will take it. Please send it
Where
in.
there's gold, there's cash.
We will go through what you can and can't send in. So not any old teeth.
No, a little bit of gold.
Gotta have the gold.
As long as they're washed.
Don't get grandma's false teeth and pop them in. They're going to have that gold filling in. And Steve, tell us a bit about your story, because I love your story, how you've got involved in the company.
Okay, so I'm the new kid on the block. I've only been around with Post Gold for Cash for the last 10 months or so, and it's a fantastic team to be part of, and I really enjoy working with them. My role is to make calls, to support customers, to reassure, answer questions, and make sure people have got their packs, and if they've got any questions, to answer them.
Great.
And to just help people, nudge them along the way if that's what they want to do, because it's always the customer's choice as to what they're doing.
Lots of people do mention just how friendly you are. You're a great sort of quite small team.
Small but mighty.
Yeah.
And perfectly formed.
But make it really personal. I think that's really important.
I think
as
the
well.
other good thing is I mean, obviously we brought the new boy with us, but the whole team have been there for a considerable amount of time. Most of us have all been.
And between you, you've got so much knowledge in gold, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely. And it just flows. It really flows and it really works. And we love talking to the customers and helping and the different stories as to why they're sending stuff in and things like that. I mean, sometimes it's sad, sometimes it's happy and they're ecstatic with their offers and, you know, that's it, I can get my car fixed, that sort of thing.
And customers are really grateful for that contact and that support and that connection, because then we can talk them through the process and just to reassure them. Because some customers have had the pack sitting on their side for a good few weeks and they're nervous to send the pack through. And sometimes people just send one piece to test, to see what it's like. And they get the reassurance and they get the offer so quickly and they get some incredible offers.
You think you might have heard of Post Gold for Cash. Who are they? Who are you?
Us, we're Steve and Sam.
And an amazing team.
Yes.
So Post Gold for Cash was established back in 2009, so we've been going for a really long time. It was an idea from Ash, and he needed to get on board with somebody who had this kind of knowledge, which he did.
So actually was the founder as such.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. So between him and Ian, this is where we've sort of got to here.
And you were very much one of the first, weren't you, then?
Within a year I joined. I was only meant to do 14 hours a week, part-time. So yeah, I actually joined by accident. A friend of mine went for the job interview.
Okay.
And they offered her a part-time job, but she wanted full-time. So she turned around and said, "You need my friend Sam."
How fabulous. That is one of those
part-time
meant to be moments.
Yes, absolutely. And do you know what? I love it.
And you've just fallen in love with it, haven't you?
Yes. I mean, who wouldn't fall in love with
Well,
it?
it's exciting, isn't it? Because you've gone from. So what did you do at first? On the phone?
At first, I was on the phone. So I'd be calling you, I'd be giving you your offer, chatting away with you, and that was it. And then I was like, oh, can I play with it? Can I come and have a go and do this? So I sort of shadowed some of the other valuers at the time, and I just love it.
So you learned the process on the job to the point when
you've grown with the company,
I
really, haven't you?
I have, absolutely. And they're such a super supportive company to work for.
Right.
Very small team.
Very small, yes.
So it's very personal. Lots of people say it's very personal. It's very friendly. It was all very smooth.
Yeah, it comes across, I think, when we're talking to people. I mean, anyone that orders a pack tonight, if you haven't sent it back in the next couple of weeks, this guy's going to call you.
Have an amazing conversation.
Lots of people will purposely now not send it back. So
I'd love to call them.
how's that?
Just so they can chat to Steve.
Yes.
Now, Steve, tell us your story, how you got involved in
So I got involved because I discovered this most amazing sport called pickleball.
Okay.
And Ash actually plays pickleball. And so I met him playing pickleball, and he talked about his business and said, would you like to get involved and do some mystery shopping?
How funny.
And then come along and do some calls. And I said, I'd love to have a go. Why not?
Yeah.
So I did some mystery shopping, thoroughly enjoyed it. And I found Postgold for Cash to be so easy to do business with. I personally found them very trustworthy. I chose to sell my items, so I found the prices great. And then I started making some calls
And then
to them.
you started working
And I thoroughly enjoyed having conversations with people, giving them choices, giving them options, talking them through processes, and reassuring people. You know, because they're slightly nervous. Oh, I'm scared to take it to the post office. I'm not sure. I've had it for ages.
Well, you said when you sent yours in, you took photos of everything.
I did.
Sort of
I
just in
took photos on my phone, as I do with everything, receipts and stuff, because you can never have enough reassurance yourself.
Yeah.
So I had that evidence, and so when I sent it through, I had to remind myself what Tracy, when she called me with the offer, which ones were value and which ones weren't. And I was shocked about the ones that had value, because I thought it was the other ones that had value. And then to be offered between £400 and £500, it was like, whoa. And for once in my life, I was sort of like able to receive some cash to spend on either the children or a spa day or upgrade their phone without having to borrow money.
Yes.
So for a change, I wasn't borrowing.
Like a bonus.
I was
just sat
recycling
there,
some stuff that was sitting in the
Sat there
bedside
doing
cabinet.
nothing.
So, you know, we say about recycling all the time. We love a bit of recycling these days. I recycled it and I thought, why is it sitting there when I can do this? So my son thoroughly enjoyed his new iPhone.
So we were established back in 2009. So as companies go, we are one of the longest standing
Yeah,
ones.
you were very much one of the first, weren't you?
Yeah,
Thought of the
absolutely.
idea sort of first, and then others sort of came along.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's one of the things that makes us very trustworthy.
Yeah,
Obviously, the
the
longevity of the
longevity,
company.
yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. The other thing to consider is, with regards to staff, other than Steve being our newbie, the rest of us have been there sort of 15 plus years.
More or less from the
So,
beginning.
yeah, absolutely. So we work as a really good, smooth team. And the idea basically came from Ash, who then teamed up with Ian, who had the jewellery knowledge and this kind of thing. So they set it up, and here we are, basically. We've come this far down the line, and it's such an easy service to use.
Yeah, really straightforward, really safe. You can see here over 270,000 customers have used the service already. Rated excellent, based over 2,000 Trustpilot reviews. Promised to match any price offered by other online buyers. Can you just
Tell us
confirm how that works?
Okay, so what we would need from you is if you have had an offer price from somebody else.
someone else.
Yep. Which is fine. Shop around if you need to. You know, it's your own peace of mind, which is what we always say. We will match that if we can see that in writing. So you just need to provide it to us with the quotation, the date it was done, and obviously as long as the weights match, we will do that.
You'll match the price.
Yeah.
And you're saying it's so easy. It's so easy, and that's why you should choose Postgold for Cash. And you can actually have a little look at just how simple it is. It's fast, it's easy. The great thing is it's a no obligation service. So if you don't want to take that valuation they give, they will send your gold back completely free of charge. You've lost nothing, but you've just, learned how the money, whether you wanted it or not. Or you might be really surprised, which most people are when you read the 5-star review. I didn't think it'd be that much, and you do accept that money. So just send that gold in for free to be valued. If you're not happy with the offer as it says, they'll return your gold items completely free of charge. So many people so happy with that offer, and the experienced gold valuers provide you with a free valuation to discover what your gold is worth.
One of the things I love about Postgold for Cash, and actually Shop on TV, we've been working with them, and that includes our producers and the whole team, for about a couple of months actually, I believe it is now probably. And we obviously selected them as a preferred partner because we, as you saw, 270,000 customers, happy customers, almost a 5-star review with Trustpilot 4.7, I think it is. And just their entire service is transparent. So, they'll match any price. And we always have to say the legal bit, terms and conditions apply. But as Sam just said there, the terms and conditions are simple. We just need to see a legitimate quote with a price and a date from a verifiable source. I mean, that's just common sense, isn't it? So they're really a very honest and trustworthy company, and that's especially when you're sending your gold items. That's important. Is it safe to send your gold? Yes, because it's insured and you're sending it through Royal Mail. These mailers, they're special priority mailers, and they're guaranteed to be at Post Gold for Cash by 1 p.m. the next day. So that means that you're using the nation's trusted mailing source. Number one, you've got end-to-end tracking. You can monitor your package literally from start to finish. That's why you'd have to take it to your local post office. They'll weigh it. They'll scan the barcode and give you a receipt, which is A, your proof of purchase, and B, it is your tracking information, so you can check that when the parcels arrive, which should be the next working day. It's guaranteed. Over 99% of parcels arrive the next working day. So obviously, if you were to send it on Saturday, it wouldn't arrive till Monday, for example, because obviously they're closed Sunday. But that's the only difference. If you send it on a weekday, then they 99% of the time will get it the next day. And the only reason they wouldn't is if, I know, there's a storm or a strike or some mitigating circumstance where Royal Mail couldn't honour their 1 p.m. guaranteed delivery. Otherwise, they do, and they are, as you know, very reliable. It's completely secure. There are no safe place deliveries. It's not left around the back of Post Cash for Gold if they've gone out for lunch. It's always delivered to a goods receivable. There's always a signature provided. Absolutely 100% of the time, every package is accepted by a human person and signed for, so they can track the whereabouts from where you sent it from the post office to when it arrives at Post Gold for Cash, and every part of the journey through their process too. And full insurance is provided. Your items are automatically, without you having to do or pay anything, insured by Royal Mail for up to £750 against loss or damage in transit. Now, if you think that your items are worth more than £750, you can elect to take out additional insurance. You do that at the post office counter when you take your package there to be weighed and scanned and barcode scanned. And you can do that to £1,000 or even £2,500. Now, it will cost you £3 to £10 for the extra insurance. So you do pay that up front. That's the only part you pay for. However, if and when you accept the offer from Post Gold for Cash, they will refund whatever you've paid for the extra insurance. They will give it back to you. They will include it, or add it on to, the valuation. And remember the extra 10% that you get by doing this through our partnership, or the partnership with them and Shop on TV. Now, if you do think your items are worth more than £2,500, then please send them in a separate Royal Mail special delivery envelope. And what you need to call them for that, and I'll explain why again in a moment. There's the number 01202 844 198. That's also on their welcome letter, and you need to request another Post Gold for Cash pack, or if you've got a lot of items that you're selling and you don't think they're all going to fit into your little padded bag, order as many extra ones as you think you'll need. And the reason for that is simple. Instead of when you go to check out and order, I mean, you're not paying for anything, obviously, the free gold selling pack from Shop on TV, just add one. You can add 50 or 1,000, but they will only send you one. And the reason is, if they sent you out multiples, if they processed them, they would be processed as separate transactions. So in other words, you'd send one back and that would be one valuation, then you'd send the next one back, that'd be a different valuation. They'd have different barcodes and they still have your customer information, but the transaction IDs would be different. So that means they'd be dealing with them one at a time, which would be a waste of everybody's time. By calling them, and then obviously you give them your customer information, they will add those extra bags to the first transaction, and they'll all be processed together. So you'll get one valuation for all of it, whether you send 1 bag or 20 back. And by the way, important information here. We had an email, I forget who it was from. Let me see if I can find it. So Dan emailed about the 2,500. That is hopefully an answer to that question. How do you send it if you think that it's worth more than 2,000? So if it's one piece that's worth more than 2,500, what I would recommend you do, if you do have a very expensive piece of jewellery, the simplest and easiest thing to do is call them. So what I would do is order your selling pack now, okay? It's free. And then either when you get it, call them. And all their contact information is here. Or I just gave you the number. If you want, I can give it to you again. And just call them, later on today, give them a call and ask them that question directly. That's the one bit of information that actually I don't have. Honestly, I thought that I knew it all, but that I don't know the answer to that is the simple answer. But they will have an answer, because obviously they will have a way for you to be able to get any items that are worth more than £2,500 in one single item to them securely and safely. Here's the number again if you want it, and anyone else who's in the same situation as Dan, feel free to jot it down. It will come with in the welcome pack on their letter. It's 01202 844 198. 01202 844 198. And by the way, what I recommend you do, everyone who's watching now, get your free selling pack. It's absolutely free. You do that by going to shopontv.co.uk/gold, or you can call the call centre 0333241241 and just give them the item number, or you can go to our website and just click on the banner. All roads lead to this. Click on that, it will take you through to a product page. We've created this in a similar way to a product, so it has an item number, and you add it to your basket, and then you check out. 671236 is the item number. So you can put that in the search bar also of the web page if that's easy, or you can quote that to the customer service rep. You can check out as a guest. You can create an account free of charge if you want to, and then you can shop more quickly with Shop on TV in the future. Or if you've got an account already, just sign in. Remember, it will cost you zero, nil, nada, niente, nichivo. Absolutely 100% free. No credit card information, no debit card information, no payment information required at all. So I recommend you order your free selling pack now, because that should be with you. It will go out, what's today, Friday? You should get that tomorrow, Saturday, essentially. But while it's in transit, you can be thinking about what it is that you might want to sell. You might start sorting things out, going through the drawers and getting everything ready. And then as soon as you get it, all the information is provided on basically what they accept and what they don't accept. Simple rule of thumb, it's got to be a precious metal. Gold, silver, platinum, palladium, etc. If it's plated jewellery or plated anything, it's not worth anything, right? And then you fill out your form, name, address, phone number, email, bank information where you want the money sent, sign and date, put that in the bag. But again, if you have forgotten to put that in the bag and you've sealed it, not a problem, because your information, your pack will come with your own tracking information here, your customer, a link to your customer information so they can contact you. And you can call them anytime, even in later today, while you're waiting for your pack to arrive. If you've got any other questions that you haven't thought of or I haven't answered, just give them a call, and their customer service is superb. So so we started the show Thursday night into Friday morning. It's now technically, almost 2 o'clock. It's Friday morning. You're watching the show. So Friday morning, you request your free gold selling pack now. Make sure you check out your basket. It doesn't come at all unless you check out the basket. Again, no payment information is required, no payment is taken, but you still have to check out. And then Saturday, you should receive your pack. So you've got your bag to put your items in, you've got your priority mailer, you've got your welcome letter with all the contact information for Post Gold for Cash, and you've also got the priority valuation form, which you fill out and put in with your items, and you send it back, take it to the post office, and as long as you reach the post office before they close, even if it's minutes before, they will weigh it. They will scan the barcode that comes automatically on your package, and they will give you a receipt, which is your proof of purchase, and also it is your tracking information. And then that's it. And then Monday, because obviously Sunday is not a working day, Post Gold for Cash receive your package Monday by 1 p.m. They should evaluate it the same day, almost really pretty much immediately after it arrives. And then you will get a call and you will be offered whatever they think that gold is worth based on what the value of the gold is worth that day, or the other precious metals. And then you either accept that offer, in which case the money is in your account and that could be sent to your account the same day. If you want to, you can even request physical cash. Physical cash does take a little bit longer to process. That information, I believe, is at shopontv.co.uk/gold. But if you want dollar bills, y'all, you can do that too. So that is all. That's all the information you need is at that web link, and that's it. It really is as simple as that. Now, if you decide you don't want to accept the offer, you just say, I'm not going to accept the offer, and all the items will be sent back to you free of charge. So nowhere along the way has it cost you any money at all, right? The only time would be if you elected to basically pay for additional insurance. So I suppose if you paid a few quid for additional insurance, didn't accept the offer, then all right, yes, so it's cost you a few extra quid. But if you do accept the offer, they refund that. And remember, you can have some of the items sent back, not all. So you can either reject it completely, you can accept it completely, or you can accept certain items to sell, and the others will be sent back to you free of charge. I hope that makes sense. Let me do some emails here. So, hi Rob, I'm sorry, great answer for me possibly having an item worth more than £2,500. The reason I asked was, does the 10% apply to any value? Dan, if you had a piece of jewellery, now look, when I worked in the cruise industry and I consulted for a company called Diamonds International, and they had a piece of jewellery, I believe it was a diamond ring, that was worth $1 million. Now, and diamonds, remember, they will process diamonds. That no other gemstones except diamonds, but precious metals or diamonds. If you sent them a piece of jewellery, and I'm just saying for the sake of being ridiculous, and they valued it at £1 million, then you would get £100,000 extra with the 10% from our partnership with them. There is no limit whatsoever to the amount of money that the 10% could be, or the amount of times. You could do this, do one batch, do another batch. You could send in everything you've got. You could get all your friends and family. And actually, this is a caveat that if you do want to order more than one mailer, if you do order it for somebody else, so you have it sent to somebody else's address, like a friend, a loved one, and you can do that by creating a free account with Shop on TV. You can actually put in an address book of other people you might want to send things to, including their name and their phone number and their address, obviously. So maybe in that case, that's fine to order a pack for them, because then all the transactions would all go through for them and they'd receive the mailer. But no, there is no limit whatsoever to that 10%. If it was 100 million, it doesn't matter. There's no limit. You get the idea, right? So if it's £100, you make an extra tenner. If it's 1,000, an extra 100. If it's 10,000, an extra 1,000. If it's 100,000, an extra 10,000, and so on and so forth. And also Mike says, thank you, Mike says, big fan of Shop on TV, and you, Rob Locke, are my favourite presenter. And so that was Mike asking about that. And hola Roberto, says Ron, I've got some gold from 1963. Ooh. Can I post it from Brazil? And is the postage still free? No, it's Royal Mail, and as far as I know, Royal Mail does not work in Brazil. However, if you've got friends and relatives back in the UK that could send it on your behalf, that's possible. But actually, you know what? I personally would just call them and say, look, I'm in Brazil, I've got some gold I want to sell. What's the best way to get it to you? I bet you they'll have an answer for international customers as well. They may not, I don't know, I'm guessing, but they will certainly tell you one way or the other, okay? Sadie says, morning Rob, lovely to see you on the telly again. Cheery as always, brightens my day. I always stay up till 3 to watch you. Well, thank you, Sadie. Maybe Sadie is short for sadistic, clearly. I use Post Cash for gold. I keep saying that. Do excuse me. It's a long story. I'm not going to get into it now. Post Gold for Cash. Okay, so Sadie, she didn't accept the offer in this particular case, but she got the items back the next day. She said, fantastic service, and recommend them to friends and family. Brilliant. Thank you, Sadie. I appreciate that. And an alternate, testimonial for even if you don't accept the offer, and maybe not everyone does. Sometimes people change their minds. The fact is that everything is linked, and this is the difference with this service. Everything's linked to what the gold is worth on the day. Gold has gone up massively in price over the last decade, 100 years. I mean, really, it's just generally the line points up. So maybe you've got old gold, legacy gold, that you didn't pay a lot of money for, or it was bought as a gift, and actually could be worth a lot more now than you think it might be. So it's worth finding out, even if you use this as a completely free service, to find out what your gold is worth, because you have no obligation whatsoever to actually sell it. It's insured, it's free to get your pack, it's free to send it back, it's free to get it valued, and it's free to have the items returned if you don't want to sell them. Simple. And also, any offer that you get from other online gold buyers, as long as you've got proof of an official quotation that's sort of dated and from a verifiable company, Post Gold for Cash will match it. So you get all the benefits of the customer service that have made over 270,000 customers happy, and 2,000 very high reviews on Trustpilot. Excellent, 4.7% is their rating. You get all of that, and if you have any questions about anything that you just even you think of something in the middle of the night, and I'm not here anymore, just call them, and they will answer the question for you. But make sure you do the do. Get your pack, you get your welcome letter, you get your valuation form, you get your priority envelope, and you also get your actual bag to put your items in. Just go to shopontv.co.uk. Let me show you the 3 ways you do this. So you go to shopontv.co.uk. Homepage, here we go. Here's the homepage. Right, you can either click on Post Gold for Cash, that takes you through to the gold page. All the information you need to know, everything I'm telling you is all on here, right? So, and then at any point you can just click the button that says order my free gold selling pack. It takes you to the product page, add it to your basket, or click buy now. Even though it says buy now, you're actually not paying for it, it's free. Click checkout securely, fill in your info, check out as a guest, set up an account for free, or sign in if you're an existing customer. Check out, confirm the order, and that's it. It'll be on its way to you. Other way, homepage again, please. Click live on air, shop now. Like normal, like a product. We've made this like a product, so there it is as like a product. Click on it, there's the same page. Add to basket, buy now, check out securely, it's on the way. Or just go directly to shopontv.co.uk/gold, and that's it. Simple as that. And again, there's no point ordering more than one. Even if you order 20, they'll only send you one for the reasons I've explained. If you need extras, if you need extra bags, or if you think your items are worth more than £2,500, call them and they will send you more bags, but they will tie them all together under the one transaction, and that means that everything will be valued together. Right, okay. Keep your questions coming in, whatever they may be. What's an example of a good envelope, I hear you ask? Well, let's go back to the folks from Post Gold for Cash and Sean and Hayley to tell you more.
Should we run through putting an envelope together?
Yeah,
again?
absolutely.
Because
Yes,
Absolutely.
let's do
it
it.
can be several different things, can't it? as Hayley
Yeah,
was
for
saying?
sure. So you'll receive your pack like this. Okay, tucked behind your letter, which gives you the information of the process to make
Yep.
sure you take it.
So it talks you through everything we've talked you through today.
Absolutely, all of it. And then on the back, further information, the do's and don'ts of what to send us.
Okay.
To give you a guide. So pop that to one side because that will have your reference number and has our contact details on.
Great.
If at that stage you've got any questions, call us.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Call us.
great. So
Great.
you-
Cool.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Perhaps you have got something that's got a sort of a mark on, and you could
Yeah.
ring and say, "Should I put this in?" It says, I think it says so and so. You'll
Yeah.
sort of recognise. and say,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Quite often people go, I've got gold, but I've got a bit of silver. Can I pop that in? Pop it in.
Great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great.
All goes in one bag. We have one bag for everything. So
Lovely.
absolutely no problem.
And that's great. We can ring you just to double check before.
Yeah,
Lovely.
sure. So this, we need you to fill out as much information as you can. We obviously need your contact details. Obviously, we will deal with the bottom part here, bank details, so we can pay you that money on the day that we receive your pack, get it in the bank nice and swiftly. Now, if by chance you forget to pop the form in,
Okay.
it does
Panic.
happen. It does happen. Do not panic, because once you've sealed these, they're pretty difficult to
Yeah.
unseal.
Yeah.
Okay, on the bottom
Very
here, when you've requested it, we will pop a little sticker there with some brief details, your own personal code, so when it comes into us,
Lovely.
we'll find you.
You'll know.
So you will know.
The words of Liam Neeson. We have a special
But
set of skills.
do put the form in, because that's your bank details. That's where you get your money.
Yeah.
But again, we can get all that information off
Lovely.
you, but
Fabulous.
don't panic. So
Sorry, I was going to say, what I found when I did the mystery shopping, I was a little bit nervous going to the post office as to, what am I doing with this package when I go in there? The post office counter staff were really helpful.
Great.
They're very experienced and they knew exactly what to do. And I was like, could you help? And they were like, yeah, no problem. And they were just as helpful as what we are. And so they took that responsibility and they sorted me out. I remember when I was a customer, they did that for me. So just to say that.
So basically, once you've got this and you've got this, you fill this out, you've got that interesting keeper ring from back in the 90s. My husband's got one of these, I've got to be honest. Sits in a drawer.
Send it.
And if I order a pack on here, I'm going to get an extra 10%. Yes, absolutely. So pop your items in here. So, I mean, let's pop a mixture. And you've got single earrings. Chuck it in. Rings with stones missing. Chuck it in.
Oh, that's good, because, yes.
The ring you got for Mother's Day, but you're never going to wear it out. Chuck it in.
This bracelet is...
You keep eyeing that up. See this.
No, what do they call these? Identity bracelets.
There's so many things that were fashionable, weren't they, for a time, but they're just not anymore.
No.
There are loads of us have stuff like this.
And you get the names. The names are quite often on them as well.
Yeah.
Which is great. But what's really good is you guys will definitely find the hallmark on that one.
Really?
Yeah.
All right,
I'm saying this.
Is there an arrow?
You said that.
There it
See it
is.
already.
Oh, look at that.
Don't even need the magnifier.
Font 24.
I told you as we moved on, you would get this.
Can you see? Look, you can even see it at home. It's as simple as that. Now, 671236 is the item number that you need to quote if you're on the phone. 0333324141. If you want to go to the website, it's always the easiest way. shopontv.co.uk/gold. Remember, it'll take you straight through to those exclusive
And it's so
offers.
easy, like you'd normally order with us here on Shop on TV. So pop it into your basket, check your basket through, and check out either as you're a regular guest or whether you just want to check out as a guest first time actually ordering. But order via us because it will give you the opportunity to get that extra 10%
and the 3 prize draws
added onto the valuation of your bag. How great is that? And it's so simple. Everything's so easy, actually.
Now we're going to carry on filling the envelope, but if anyone at home is sat thinking, is it safe for me to post gold to you? Let's reiterate the safety, because we've got a little slide here that covers everything, but you tell us, Sam.
Okay, so basically, once you've filled out your little foam envelope, okay, you filled out your form, you've sealed it into your silver delivery bag, you take it to the post office. Really important, take it to the post office. Don't just shove it in the red box.
No.
Please take it to the post
counter.
office. Yes. What they will then do is they will weigh your package. They will give you a receipt with a tracking number on, which will be this number here. Okay, so that's individual to you, to your pack. Okay, what you can then do is you can track your pack as it heads into us, making its journey in to make you lots of money. All right? So once we've received it, we will log all that information and we will weigh your pack. We won't open this pack until we weigh it. And there's a reason for that. Because if we go back to the receipt that you've got from the post office, that will have a weight on it.
Well, they always weigh. They weigh everything, don't they?
Absolutely.
Even when you return clothes and things, they always
Pop on
weigh.
the scales. Pop on the scales.
Everything has to go on the scales.
So that's really important, because then what we can do is if there is a discrepancy, we've got a trail. We can see that.
Right.
All right, and that's important.
Yeah.
The other thing is, initially, it is insured up to £750. That's automatic. But if you feel the items are worth more, there are 2 other options. You can increase it up to £1,000, or you can increase it to the maximum of £2,500.
Right.
Now, that is initially your cost, but if you accept our offer, then not only will you get an extra 10%,
very good,
from ordering tonight, then we will give that back to you.
Yes, you get an extra 10%. No limit, no ceiling. Whatever your valuation is, no matter how small or big, you will be offered exclusively only through Shop on TV when you use the Post Gold for Cash service, an extra 10% on top of whatever your valuation is. If you go directly to Post Gold for Cash, and you're welcome to go directly to their website if you want and do it all that way, but you will not, when they give you a valuation, get the extra 10%. This is why, remember, we never sell your information ever to anyone under any circumstances, whether you buy a regular product or whether you're ordering this for free, for example. They are the same. They will never sell your information to a third party. It's all kept absolutely, completely secure on our military grade systems. And the only information we do share that is yours is your order information to Post Gold for Cash. So that's the only sort of or flow of information that's happening. You place your order through, and I say order, it's free. You get your free gold selling pack through Shop on TV, and that is transmitted directly and securely over secure servers to Post Gold for Cash. They receive it, they then process it accordingly, they set you up, they send you out your mailer. And remember, you've got to take it to the post office. And I just want to say thank you to, I forget who emailed, but you will have a unique code here, and also this barcode. When you take it to the post office, they'll weigh the package. Post Gold for Cash will weigh the package as well, so they can verify that nothing's gone amiss in transit. But also they'll give you a receipt, which is your proof of postage. I apologise to who? Jay, because I did say proof of purchase, because I'm thinking about when I've sent these in the past and I've bought something, you know, proof of postage. So it is proof of postage, and also it's your tracking information as well. And I want to make a point to anyone else out there who's like me, who hates forms. So you get your, thank you very much. Somebody just said there's no one out there like you, Rob. You do get your little baggie to put your items in. You get your priority mailer, and again, that's guaranteed delivery next working day by 1 p.m. by Royal Mail. And it's automatically insured for £750. If you want to, you can pay for a little extra insurance up to £2,500. Costs you £3 to £10 depending on what level. And remember, that is refunded. If you do accept the offer from Post Gold to Cash, Gold for Cash, they give you back any extra money you paid for insurance. But you also get a welcome letter. It's got some nice info on the front. It's got all of their contact information, right? I can't read it from that distance, but it's all there. It's all lovely. And then on the back, you've got some comparisons of, you know, what other sites might offer you versus Post Gold for Cash. Remember, everything is based on the gold value of the day. They have admin fees. You know, obviously for providing the service, but essentially they are maximising the amount of money that you can get for your gold based on the service they're offering, and also based on the price of gold on that day, the mid-market value, I think it's called. They also give you an example of what you can send, what you can't send. Simply anything that's plated, forget it, it's not worth anything to them. Anything that is a precious metal, gold, silver, platinum, palladium, that sort of thing, as long whether it's, if it's gold, if it's 9 carat, 14 carat, 18 carat, 22, 24 is irrelevant. As long as it's got real gold in it, it's worth something, and probably worth a lot more than you would imagine, especially if it's old gold that you've inherited, or stuff you don't wear anymore, or stuff that's broken. Gifts that you've been given that you've never really wanted to wear, if it's items of jewellery or such. Antiques that you've bought that, I mean, I had an antique gold pen, but I don't use a pen anymore. So again, great example of a time to turn your unwanted items into money if the money's worth more to you now. But then you do get your priority valuation form. This is so easy to fill in. It's literally your address, your name, obviously, your phone number, your email. It asks you the number of items you're putting in the bag. So all you've got to do is count up the total. You can put in your banking information, where you want the money transferred to. If you change your mind after you've filled that in, not a problem. They'll always contact you before anything happens, before any transaction takes place. So if you say, actually, I don't want it in the Halifax, I want it in Lloyd's, you can just give them that information over the phone and they'll change it. Or if you forget to fill that in completely, or don't fill it in initially, and they will ask you, where do you want the money sent? You can even ask them for actual physical cash, you know, pounds, shillings and pence, so to speak, in notes and coins, and they will get the cash out and send it to you in a priority secure envelope. Does take a little bit longer if you do that, but it's an option if you want it. If you want the money same day, straight away, then that's the way to go. And then you sign and date. Make sure you put that into your mailer. Now, if you seal it and then realise you haven't put it in there, you're not going to be able to open this again. So don't worry, because again, there'll be a sticker on here that links to your unique customer number. It goes in this box. There's not one on this. And they can identify you and get hold of you. Your items are still safe. Your offer is still safe. And, you know, the valuation form is just there for sort of basic verification. But if it's not included, it's not an issue. They will find you and everything will still be good. They will find you. Now, here... They know where you live. No, I'm just kidding. So be serious, Rob. Now, here are some examples of what was recently paid out. So here, a 9 carat bracelet by the looks of it. This is from a customer in Portmadog. I don't know where that is. Wales, I would guess. £456. A customer in Wells, 9-carat gold ring, £161. But actually, I don't know if they were customers that came through Shop on TV. They wouldn't have been actually, because we wouldn't have done the show. So look at this customer from Ipswich, 18-carat gold, £2,432. 9-carat from Whitby, an assorted bag, £1,785. But remember, they got, if you were to order now and get your free selling pack through Shop on TV, you would have got an extra 10%. If they'd gone through us, Edinburgh, 22-carat gold, they'd have got another £164.20 on top of the £1,642. The customer from Leicester selling that gold ring would have got £56.70 extra on top of the £567. If you go to Post Gold for Cash directly, you won't get the extra 10% by ordering your free pack through Shop on TV right now. Check it out. Make sure you check out, and you will get the extra 10% if you accept the offer. Scott from Ayr says, professional, efficient and honest pricing. I've never used any of these online services before, and I was pleasantly surprised with the professional quality service and the excellent price. Really efficient turnaround from first contact to money in my account. I was so impressed that I went rummaging around for more bits and pieces. And Doreen from Glasgow says, quick and easy way to sell gold. So Doreen had some gold earrings that hadn't been worn for over 20 years. She was happy to offer She was happy with the offer, as it was more than she was expecting to be offered. Nice extra cash for jewellery that was never going to be worn again. Good communication and payment received the same day as the phone call with the offer. It is a superb service. It really is. You know, look, you're watching us. Shop on TV, as you know, is a partnership with ITV and STV. And this is your shopping show. You know, we often bring you products, but we also bring you, we mostly bring you products, but we also bring you services. And because we're trusted by ITV and STV, you know, we are governed by the rules of Ofcom and the Advertising Standards Authority, and by the way, our boss, if you want to call them that, at ITV is on the board of both of those organisations. So we are very, very, very highly regulated. Everything we do, everything we inform you with, every partner that we work with, and we only work with the very finest, the very best, the most trustworthy, and the most sort of verifiably excellent. And that's why we've chosen Post Gold for Cash. And I recommend you do the same. And look, it's free. I don't even know if you could go into a jeweller's and get a free valuation for something these days. I'm not sure. But this is a free valuation of your jewellery. Maybe you don't know if your jewellery, if it's jewellery or your item that you think is gold or silver or platinum or whatever, maybe you have no idea. You don't have any obligation to sell your items. So send it off to them, stick it in here. They'll test it. They'll use a special piece of machinery to test it. And they'll tell you, A, if it is real precious metal, and B, what it's worth. And then also, if you want to sell it. And if you don't, you get it sent back free. If you do, you get the price that they offer you plus the extra 10%. Or if you want some of it to sell some of it and have the rest sent back, they'll give you the valuation just for the bits you do want to sell, and then they'll return the things you don't want to sell for free as well. It's all insured, it's all tracked, it's all completely secure from start to finish, and it's all, every facet of every part of the process is guaranteed safe, efficient, and ultimately profitable for you, because you may have unwanted items that have seen better days. Maybe it's a watch that's broken and it's too costly to repair, but it's a gold case, or it's a gold case and a gold strap. That's worth money. Maybe it's an old ring or an old necklace or pair of earrings that had gemstones set into whatever that item may be, and some of them have fallen out. So the gold is still worth something. Gemstones are not worth money to Post Gold for Cash unless they are diamonds. If you do have diamonds in your jewellery, that will be included in your evaluation and what you offer as well. Otherwise, pop the gemstones out if you just want to get money for the metal, and they will evaluate it just basically on the metal. Maybe you've lost an earring, maybe something's broken or scratched, or you've inherited a bunch of jewellery that is worth something potentially, but you just would never wear it. It's just of a bygone era, and it's not to your taste whatsoever. maybe you've been bought a gift, and it's just, thank you very much, that's a lovely gift, but oh my God, I'd never wear that. You know what I mean? So you let a bit of time go by, and then you get to post gold for cash. Whatever your reason may be, whatever it may be, and it doesn't have to be jewellery, it can be any item that is any kind of precious metal. And as long as it's not plated, because plated is just precious metals on top of mystery metals or completely unvaluable metals, that's you're not going to get any money for that. But if it's a precious metal, you will. And you'll get made an offer that I bet you in a lot of cases, and certainly from the customer ratings and reviews that I've been reading, people are generally surprised by how much they are offered. This is not like a pawnbroker. The idea is not here to try and give you as little as possible for as much gold as possible. The idea is to give you a fair valuation based on the market price and versus the service being offered. So you might be very, very surprised. Here are some more examples actually of the kind of things that you might find you have around your home, and also the surprising amount of money they're actually worth.
You've got the odd earrings and rings. Stones missing. Perfect. Send it in. Back of a watch. Something like
Could
that.
we move that?
Can I just
very
grab that out
technical
your
gun.
way?
We'll talk you through that in a moment. Lovely.
You've obviously got white gold, yellow gold. There is no difference. It's just the colour. So the gold content would still be either 9, 14, 18. That's still the same. So the colour makes no odds. I mean, for example, this little box here, what do you think that may well be worth? I mean,
It's a little treasure trove there, isn't it?
I don't know. It's really tricky, isn't it?
Because I don't think a lot of people realise how valuable gold is.
No.
And that constant, well, it's been constant, the way it's gone up and up and up, hasn't it? And we'll show you examples of that as we go through. So you want us to guess?
I want you to guess.
The value of this box.
Oh, gosh.
I'm going to go £300. Higher or lower, Hayley? Higher or lower for the game?
Oh, I'm gonna go higher.
Okay, where are you going?
Oh, have I got to pick a number?
Yeah.
I thought I could just go higher and win. I'm gonna go
a few
425.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's very precise.
300, 425.
Okay, so
Have we got a
grab
reveal?
a little
big
reveal there.
in here.
You ready?
Dun, dun, dun. Can't turn it around.
Sorry.
Can't get hold of it. Oh, hang on. Approximately £750 worth.
But do you know the best thing is if we sent that to you via Shop on TV, doing your order, getting your free pack, that would be more than 750.
This would give you 10%
10%
more.
extra.
Yes, because
Another,
they've got
another £75.
another £75 on top.
So it'd go from 750 to 825. That's our exclusive deal. Remember, you're going to get an extra 10% on the valuation of whatever you send.
And remember, you're ordering on our website, or you can order on our phones like normal. You need to pop it in the website into your basket, check your basket out as if you were ordering something, but it's completely free.
Free pack,
of charge.
free postage, free valuation, and free returns if you don't accept the valuation.
That's fantastic.
Where should we go? Where should we go?
Okay, so we've got some around the front here. So there's just,
Okay.
just a little single gold ring sat there
Okay.
in the drawer doing nothing.
Okay.
What do we think?
I'm thinking £100.
Oh gosh.
I should pick it
It's
up.
quite it's quite
Oh,
thick, isn't it? It's
now I'm
quite
thinking
thick.
more than £100.
Yeah. I'm going to go I don't know.
Should probably
200.
smell it.
200.
Smell it? What? Is that a thing?
Shall I try it on? 200.
Okay, I said 100.
Okay, you ready?
Changed my mind.
No way.
£5?
For one item.
For one item, yeah.
And is that because of the weight?
And because
of
of
it?
the grade.
Yeah.
Right.
Quality.
That is a higher grade of gold. So the purity of gold within it is higher. That's 22 karat gold.
Wow.
And quite often, sort of your grandparents, they would often have 22 carat.
Gosh, £500.
Yes.
Oh,
I'll just look after
Oh
that.
no, you that one.
Okay.
Wow. And
Okay.
one more thing, what else?
Okay, so then we've got this one. Now this is unhallmarked.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So,
So people might think,
well, should I send it? You know, how do I know what it is?
Yes.
So obviously we test it. We have the magical little gun that
gun
we
you
have
showed us.
moved casually off the table. So we would use that to test this. If anything comes in unhallmarked, okay, so it's like an X-ray, and it will determine what the contents of the gold is within the item. So that's a high grade of gold. It's just a few items, isn't it?
okay, I'm
So,
going to go.
I mean, it's really pretty, but I would probably look at that and think probably it wasn't real gold. So you just don't know, do you?
Exactly.
So, price wise, don't, how much?
I didn't guess.
Because I would think that wasn't proper gold. Oh my word, there's another
It kept
zero.
coming, look.
Wow.
2,500. So you could be so pleasantly
And then you get an extra 10%.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that £250 extra?
Yes.
It
Oh
is.
my word.
And that's the reaction we get from our customers
I
when we call them
bet.
back.
Oh, lovely.
And
We've got
it's
it.
like the conversations we have are incredible.
I bet it's really
with the
satisfying.
gratitude and the
excitement.
excitement, because it's the thought of what we can now do with that cash. It's recycled that precious metal.
Yeah.
And what can we do now?
You can make some money potentially. Again, if the money's worth more to you now, maybe it's to help with cost of living, maybe it's to buy something special that you've been saving up for or want to buy, and this could potentially buy it outright, you know, depending on how much money you make from your offer. Maybe it's doing something nice, you know, that if you've inherited some jewellery that's not really doing very much, it's just sitting in a box or in a drawer, you know, turn it into some kind of memorial to the person, give it to charity, do whatever, you know, hey, you do you, babe, as they say. Remember, you have to check out. It's free to get to order your free gold selling pack, free postage and packing, so it will cost you £0, and that is to get your pack for free, includes the priority mailer that's free to send back, costs you nothing unless you decide to upgrade the insurance, but that's refunded if you accept the offer from Post Gold for Cash. It's for free valuation by their experts, and then free to have your items sent back to you if for any reason you decide to decline the offer. And you can decline it completely, you can accept it completely, or you can say, well, actually, can you send me these items back and I'd like to sell whatever's left, and they'll separate the valuation, and the return to you will also be free. The only time it would cost you a small surcharge to have an item returned to you is if you sent costume jewellery and you wanted that sent back. Then it would cost you just a small amount of money, or they will basically dispose of it if you want them to for free. Gemstones, if you send gemstones that are not diamonds, they only process diamonds. So we had a customer asking about sapphires. Sadie, no. Diamonds and diamonds only. Obviously, you'll get the gold part, but you will not get anything for the gemstone unless it's a diamond. If it's a diamond, then yes, they will evaluate that as well and mix it in with your offer. So if you've got gemstones that are precious, but you want to get rid of the metal because it's an ugly ring or something like that you don't wear anymore, pop out the gemstone. If you're not sure how to do that, just take it to a local jeweler and they will do it for you. Keep the gemstones. You can always have them set into something else. But if you've got diamonds, as I say, and gold or platinum or whatever, yes, by all means, you can send those in. Just nothing plated. It's got to be a precious metal. So please go to the website, shopontv.co.uk/gold, add the item to the free pack to your basket. Then go to your basket and check out. Check out securely, either as a guest or through your existing account or by setting up a free account with Shop on TV. Again, no information is transmitted to anyone other than Post Gold for Cash in order to basically send them the information required so you can get your pack. So anyway, we're going to talk a little bit about gold again by going back to the folks from Post Gold for Cash and Sean and Hayley. Maybe even if you don't know whether something's gold and you're just using the service to find, is this gold? Or, you know, is this precious? Can I get any money for it? They have ways of testing.
Post Gold for Cash, they know if it's gold. They know that
expert.
what gold
Big yellow
is.
gun.
Yes.
We've got
You
a
have.
yellow gun.
Because if it isn't hallmarked, obviously it makes it trickier. But you have this very special gun, don't you?
We do, yeah. So basically it will act as an X-ray machine and it will tell us what the actual elements of the metals are that are in there. So if it's 9 karat gold, 37.5, 18 karat gold, 75, and that's obviously going up depending on the purity. And if it isn't, it will let me know that it's plated and it's maybe copper or what percentage of copper. So we do try to say that if somebody sends items in, but it's of no value, then we will say to them, it's coming up as 90% copper. So they're as informed as we are.
So this
And
could
that's your
read-
special gun.
And it's my special gun.
It's quite a weight.
So it's exactly what you said. It reads what the metal
And then it tells you all the information is on the back.
It reads on there, all the
Right.
information, and it will tell us what percentages are with.
You said it's a little bit like an X-ray machine in a way
when you're
for
going to the
metals.
hospital, absolutely.
Yeah.
They're going through your skin to let you know what bones are broken, and they can see that. So we're literally just doing the same, going through the metal.
And we'll test every piece for you. I've seen Sam do it. She'll take her time and go through every piece respectfully.
So all the
make sure it's
different-
all assessed correctly, and you get the best offer.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got hallmarks on there, that's great. And we're literally putting it into the piles depending on the hallmarks. Like,
Right.
Yep.
You've got this is actually a really good example. So these items here, this is obviously fallen from our glorious jewellery box, courtesy of my mum.
this one, yeah.
So if you look at these two golds, whilst they're gold, they're two different colours.
Yes, very different.
Right, yeah.
So the one
Very
that has
different.
the more pure gold in is the yellower.
Isn't that funny? Because, I mean, I think this is beautiful, but I would automatically have thought the other one was worth more.
Yeah.
We don't know, do we? That's why we send it
We'll
in
do
to
that
you.
work for
That's
you.
it, yeah.
We'll make it easy. We'll do the work for you. We'll
with your
assess it
with
our
little
big yellow gun.
Your little yellow gun. It's quite hefty.
And we'll always make sure you have the choice then.
Yeah.
Once we advise you of the offer, you have the choice then to accept or not.
And again, it's all about them doing the work. This is about providing you with a top-level service that is safe, secure, guaranteed free as well in terms of the basic service. Costs you zero, nothing, nish, nil, nada, niente, nicio. But you have to check out that we've done it like this so that essentially, you know, we can transmit the information directly to Postgold for cash through it. We can process all the information, so if all the security of your ITV and STV shopping show taking your order for your free pack. We never share that information with anybody, guaranteed. We never sell it to marketers or any of that rubbish. You don't start getting millions of emails because you've signed up for an account with Shop on TV. We do not play that game. And neither do Postgold for cash. So you'll get your pack, you'll get your bubble, your sort of a padded mail or padded bag to put your items in. You'll get your mailing bag, your priority mailing bag, guaranteed next working day, 1 p.m. by Royal Mail. You'll get your welcome letter with their contact information. So if you've got any questions, please don't be a stranger. If you've got anything you want to know, obviously there's only so much I can cover when I'm on the air for the time that I've been on the air tonight. But they're open, business hours, their hours are on here. You can call them and ask them any question. No question is too big, too small, too sensible or too silly. So you do what gives you the maximum peace of mind. You order your pack, you have to check out though like it's a product. So it'll be free, you'll put it in your basket, but you have to check out securely, either as a guest or through your account if you have one already with Shop on TV, or set one up for free if you wish. Send the gold through, and you have to take it to the post office. Please, under no circumstances, put it in a post box. They have to weigh it at the post office. They have to scan the barcode to give you proof of postage. And also that proof of postage is your tracking information, so you know when your items have been received by Postgold for cash the next day. And the minute it arrives there, it will go through their process. Postgold for cash will weigh it to verify it's the same weight that was sent to them by Royal Mail. Only then will they open it. Their expert valuers will open the bag. They will sort the items. They will test each item to find out if it's gold or whatever the precious metal may be and what the purity is. And then they will give you, based on the gold prices of the day, a fair and reasonable valuation. And they will then contact you, they will call you, and they will tell you, this is what we are offering you for your items. And you then either say, yes, please, I'll take that, in which case the money will be deposited into your account generally that same day, depending on the time that you get the valuation, within 24 hours at least, to the bank information you provide, or any other bank information if you change your mind or forget to fill that in. And that's it. And if you decline the offer, you get all your items sent back to you free of charge as well. £750 insurance standard with this mailer. You can pay a little bit extra, £3 to £10 if you want to go up to £1,000 or £2,500, but that will be refunded to you if you accept their offer. So again, free from start to finish, safe, easy, quick and secure. So please check out your baskets now, get your mailer on the way, and while you're waiting for it, start sorting through your items. And I'll see you tomorrow night. Bye.